sweating randomly anytime I eat really anything, but specifically anything spicy.
Well,
It triggers. No, like even if it's just like a little spicy, like a single dash of hot sauce, I think I might have some kind of allergy at this point. I don't know what's going on with my body. It's basically shutting down with my mind.
Well, some people have different receptors.
It started
spice.
recently.
Oh. You usually eat spice?
I could at one point until recently.
Oh, no. Do I sound weird?
No weirder than usual.
Whoa. Jinkies.
Maybe we should just hang out, the three of us, more often.
I agree.
We should. Go out for a drink or something.
Because we're legal.
Or maybe you and I should go to Harley's bar one day when she's...
There you go.
Tending. I was like, tendering? That's not right.
That's not the right verb.
Bartender.
That's not even a verb at all, is it? It is, no, because you're tendering something.
I guess.
It's
to
tending.
someone.
You'd be
Well,
tending.
bartending, yes, you'd be tending. But like if I tender unto Tim my computer, that means I'm giving him my computer.
Look at you, Mr.
It is a
Fancy
verb.
Pants.
I'm a poet. I have to know these things.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we should do some...
We should totally do some songs.
What?
Let's do it. Back in the day,
We used to write songs.
we used to write songs together.
Oh.
Like nothing crazy, but like I would create and like orchestrate music on GarageBand or whatever, and he would put in his lyrics sometimes before and sometimes after.
You can sing?
Oh yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh come on.
It's gravelly at best.
I think you just need some. Look, you gotta get the rust out. That's all you gotta do.
You gotta...
Just a little dusty, a little rusty.
Get the rust out.
Got a
That's
little
all.
get a WD-40 in there.
You are probably right.
I'm telling
Like
you.
I do actually have pretty good tone and
What the
almost...
hell, Chris? I never knew
Actually,
this.
No, I do have perfect pitch.
Yeah, he was in choir and everything. And
You know, Charlie Puth is always like, I've got perfect pitch. Big deal, so do I.
we were in the
So I was
GC Crew
no
band
problem.
together. He sang. I played
The
bass
only
guitar.
difference is he got
Well, I
famous.
wasn't there, so sadly.
Yeah, those. I mean, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, are we ready?
yeah. Let's do it.
This is the Always More podcast.
Hello. It is February 23rd, and welcome to the Always More podcast, where we believe there is always more room at the table for honest questions, meaningful conversations, and deeper understanding. Today on the pod, we are talking about the Nile River, time-traveling twins, a 42,000 GoFundMe, black excellence, and so much more. But first, I am your host, Tim Lichty, and sitting across from me is my best friend in the whole entire world, Christopher Thomas Ford.
Hello.
And sitting next to me, I need to figure out like a fun, like quick moniker thing to say. Is that the right word? A fun little quip thing to say when I'm talking about Harley. Because there's so many adjectives I can think of, but I'm trying to get something that rolls off the tongue. But
What's
sitting
the
next to me is
first
Harley.
That's me. Hey. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
I don't...
Our queer leftists.
Gen Z? I don't know. Like, our Gen Z
I don't even
counterpart.
get friend.
But I don't want that to put that on
I'm
you.
just queer. That's
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah.
Wait, did you choose queer instead of friend? Is that what you said?
No, you don't even give me friend. I'm queer.
That's what you described
That's
yourself
what
as
you just said.
in
No.
the TikToks.
I consider
I
you
mean, yes,
friend.
but you call him like bestest friend in the whole world.
'Cause that's
Well,
what
But
I'm
I
saying.
asked
we're
you.
trying to
That's what I've been
figure
saying
that
for a
out.
whole year. That's what I'm saying. Like, you are my friend, but it's also, there's a
Then
lot
you
of other things. Like, but there's, I don't know. It's always been easy to say best friend, but when I just say best friend, and here's my friend Harley, it doesn't sound that
then,
great.
like, our
It sounds
friend
super,
Harley,
sounds
like-
super jerky.
This is Harley.
true.
We just invited her along. Whatever.
In my Roman and medieval course, there was we talked about like the four founding whatever fathers of like the church
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
whatnot. And there was, I forget all the names. I'm gonna be real. So there's probably like Gregory, some other one, and then there was this last one, and he wasn't like a pope or anything. His name was Jerome. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
we called him just Jerome, and so maybe that can be my thing. Like I'm just,
Just
Harley.
Harley.
No, I can't do that.
We're not doing that. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it
Okay.
out. All right. Well, guys, we have a fun show for you all today. A good show, a good interview coming up.
Yeah.
It's more of a conversation, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's,
We'll see how it plays out.
we'll see how it plays. But it's going to be really good. I'm
We
really
haven't
excited.
recorded it yet, so
A little behind the scenes
Why would
there.
you? Why would you expose us like this?
He does that every time.
I do. every single
And I
time.
never
It keeps
cut
us
it
humble.
out.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
That's why they listen to these podcasts.
yeah.
All right, well, hey, let's get this show rolling along. We are about to start with our Rec and Rev. And this is a part of the show where we give you our reviews and recommendations of things that we watched, liked, seen, heard, smelled, touched, tasted, or anything else like that.
I will not
Licked?
tell you guys about anything I've touched. Most of it has been sticky. I have a toddler, so like,
I was like, oh my sweet God. No, I was
No,
like, where
no,
are
no.
we going?
not that kind
Chris,
of corner.
put him on mute. Mute him.
No, like I for Valentine's Day we gave Ellie a ring pop, and
Oh.
that was a big mistake because everything she touched after that was sticky.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
All right, Chris, you take this first one, man.
All right, so sticking with the Black excellence of February, mine is called They Ready on Netflix. So this is a stand-up comedy tour type thing. It's produced and hosted by Tiffany Haddish, who is one of
love
my
her.
favorite stand-up comedians of all
Yes.
time. Great comedic actor as well. This is where she basically supports and spotlights lesser-known, mostly black stand-up comedians like Flame Monroe, Godfrey, Shantae Wayans, and Aaron Jackson. It started in 2019, right before the pandemic. So, there's a lot of just cultural things that were hilarious and things that everybody wants to talk about, observational comedy, roasting audience members, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Season 2, however, is from 2021, so it's in the middle of the pandemic, which very obviously changes a lot of the topics that comedians talk about, because comedians always talk about their personal experiences, their real
Absolutely.
life, the timing there.
Dang.
So kind of change it up, but it's really cool to see like black culture dealing with the pandemic and how things progress for specific comedians. I'm like halfway through season 2 already, and I really love this show. It's pretty great. It's hilarious.
I need to watch it. Oh my gosh, I
really
haven't even
do.
heard
Everyone
of this.
should.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm not
each-
on Netflix like that, though.
That's
so.
all right. There's like 13 different comedians per season, I think, and they each get like maybe half an hour worth of stand-up. So it's
Oh,
pretty
wow.
funny.
Dang.
Yeah, I mean, Tiffany Haddish is all
So
about
is it-
helping people out when
is
it
it, like,
comes to like their
episodes?
careers. Yeah, they're split up into different episodes. So you've got like season 1, episode 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. But each person gets their own episode, and they're each like half an hour ish. So it's a pretty cool thing.
That's awesome.
That sounds awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So a little behind the scenes, if you're not watching on YouTube, this is we record this during my kids' nap time.
Yep.
And this is
At
all
his house.
Kiddos.
at my house, and this is just around the time that my daughter likes to decide to poop.
Which is going to be hilarious when she's like 13 or 14 and she's listening to these episodes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're going to be famous when she's like 13 and 14. And people are going to be like, you remember back in episode like 20 something when Arya pooped?
Yeah. Yeah.
That would
She
be good.
poops at parties. And people's know.
Another
You know that
reference?
Another reference.
No,
So
they keep
the-
doing this to me.
Was it the German bad guy from Pitch Perfect 2, the male vocalist?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Maybe I do know that.
Whatever his name is. He did a YouTube video before
Yeah.
that.
Oh, no. See, I
Classic.
don't know
It
it.
was Jennifer poops at parties.
Jennifer poops
It's
at
like
parties.
everybody says that Jennifer is a party pooper. She poops at parties, and peoples know this. I poop at parties, but peoples don't know because I close the door. She poops at parties, and people know this.
I love that.
It was hilarious.
He was
my
he was in
God.
the new Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and nobody believed he was German.
Yeah.
Nobody
yeah.
believed he was actually German for like the longest time. They thought he was just doing like a really racist, stereotypical accent. Come to find out, he's actually German. Like during his real life and interviews and everything, like he has
That's
the
who
same
he is.
accent. It wasn't even
Yeah.
exaggerated. Like
Oh, my God.
He's really funny.
it's really funny.
Amazing.
All right, Harley, what you got?
Oh, okay. So I've been playing this game that was introduced to me by some of my friends at the art department. And it's called,
I saw this on TikTok.
it's so good. It's called I Love Hue. And so it's really about like color gradients, like hues, values, and stuff like that. And
That's adorable.
oh, it's so good. Oh my God. And it's like you have to match them up exactly and then figure out all the gradients. It applies because my color theory class, we had to make the color wheel and like the saturation scale and you know all that stuff. So yeah, it was
cool.
kind of difficult.
So if I remember correctly, it's like you have like the color wheel in front of you and you try to match it with the color. Is that what it is?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of something different then.
It's like gradients. I don't know how to explain it. Like literally just like a scale of colors. So it goes from like yellow to blue.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to figure out all the like colors in between.
So you're naming the colors.
No, you just put them where they're supposed to go.
Oh, okay. So you're putting them in
Order.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you really cannot play this game if you're colorblind.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, you can still tell values when you're colorblind.
You can see
Values
shade.
is like the shade,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I guess.
Like how
you
it
can- like
matches.
this one is darker than the other.
Yeah. And you line them vertically,
Okay.
usually.
I guess.
Or,
Yeah.
I mean, none of us are colorblind, correct?
I'm not.
Not to my knowledge.
you ever wonder things like that? Like, wait, do I even see that color? Or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, like when people are like, the sky is blue. And I'm like,
Is it blue or is that just what I understand as
Right.
blue? And
Yeah.
you actually see it as what I would call green, so who knows?
who knows? I mean,
It's
there's
a
actually
terrifying
scientific ways to
concept.
show that or not, but whatever. Like to just prove that a certain color is blue or whatever.
oh,
Because all it is just
The length,
what
the wavelength of the
Yeah.
light. Yeah.
yeah.
it's just a reflection. That's all it is.
But I mean, like, who's to say we see it the same way? That's the real question.
Oh, the receptors in our.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what I see as blue, you would call green based on what I see.
You know, that is a good point because the other day I actually saw a picture of someone showed what a tiger, like, because all of us are like, yeah, tigers are these fierce animals, but they're orange. Like, where is that hiding at? But however, like the way that certain animals' eye receptor things work is they don't see the orange color like we do. And so they actually do blend into the rainforest or to wherever they're at.
Oh.
As far as their prey is concerned,
Yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting. You're kind of on the right track, I
That's
guess.
one of my favorite things that my wife's cat does is she's bright orange cat. She'll sit outside in the like tall grass and just like sit there like we can't see her. Like, you're bright orange. I see you. She like crouches down a little bit like, you're still right there.
Silly cat, don't understand evolution. All right. All right, so for mine, the other day, Jessica and I went to the movie theater and we watched Death on the Nile.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a whodunit.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, they're fun.
That's in the same vein as Murder on the Orient, right?
Yeah, the same
I still need to
author
watch that.
wrote the books that the movies are based off of. I can't remember her name.
Agatha Christie.
I was
yeah,
about to say
yeah.
that.
So here's the Rotten Tomatoes synopsis. A Belgian sleuth?
Sleuth.
Hercule.
These French names.
Hercule Poirot.
French people, they're fine, but I cannot stand their language. Hercule
Poirot.
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 Egyptians vacation aboard a glamorous river steamer turns into a terrifying search for a murderer when a picture-perfect couple's idyllic honeymoon is tragically cut short. Set against an epic landscape of sweeping desert vistas and majestic Giza pyramids, this tale of unbridled passion and incapacitating jealousy features a cosmopolitan group of impeccably dressed travelers, and enough wicked twists and turns to leave audiences guessing until the final shocking
Denouement.
God, I hate the
Denouement.
French language. I do.
Denouement.
I get it, but that's not how it looks, and I don't like that.
No, it's
Yeah, I
pronounced
agree.
denouement.
See, that's why I love. That's why I love the
it's
Spanish
spelled
language because
denouement.
it's pretty much it sounds how it looks. If you know what the sound is, that's how
See,
you
I
can
would,
read it.
I would say that, but I said Encanto to somebody in my class earlier. He was like, "Yeah, I love the movie Encanto," and I was like, "Oh,
Encanto.
oh, yeah."
Well, if you know what the A in Spanish sounds like, then it's easy to say it. Encanto.
A, B, E.
Yeah. So, anyways, the movie was good. I enjoyed it. It was a fun whodunit. It had actors like Kenneth Branagh. Another man. These
Bro,
names
I
just-
don't know. I didn't even know this was out already. I know the books because I read those books
Oh, really?
like over and over when I was a little kid.
That's how Jess knows them. Got Gal Gadot, Armie Hammer, Russell Brand, Letitia Wright.
Russell Brand.
He's in it. He's actually really good. Like, remember
As
that
a serious
conversation?
actor, or is he the comedy relief?
He's serious. Remember that conversation we had the other day about
Oh, yeah.
serious actors versus comedians?
Yeah.
The rule proves out again. They're really good in it. I was
Good.
actually impressed.
Okay,
So,
cool.
anyways, it's a fun whodunit. If you got nothing else to watch, I recommend it. It's classy. It's not too serious and keeps you engaged.
Adieu, nice.
All right.
Yeah. Well, that is our Rec and Rev. It is time to move on to a fun new segment that we just introduced with our new co-host Harley, and that is Harley's Hot Takes.
Yeah.
Give it to us.
Okay, so I didn't want to like be problematic too much, not this time. But I have officially concluded like Black Panther is like undeniably one of the like best and most unique and powerful Marvel characters
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Ever.
absolutely.
ever to exist.
100%.
Like I was like, because I was looking up like you know, like Black Widow and stuff like that and Scarlet Witch, like they're very powerful. But I don't know, it was just something about Black Panther. And I remember when the movie came out and like all of this, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And so basically, some of the things that I concluded about like T'Challa's character is like he's very empathetic. He has lots of skill. He's very powerful leadership abilities.
Oh yeah.
And he's intelligent, like incredibly intelligent. Like man has a PhD in physics, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like his character. And that's
Yeah.
not talked about enough.
He's educated at the world's best universities, like all across the world's
Yes.
best universities.
Insane. And one of the things that like he did is it was more, I mean, it was also like emphasized in the movie, like connecting to his culture. So like African culture of like Wakanda and stuff like that. And also like spiritual culture. So like the little, what is that? The
flowers.
The flowers and the panther.
Yeah, what are those called again?
The heart-shaped herb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like taking that, like that's a cultural, spiritual thing. Like that's no other character does that. It's crazy. And then also in the comic books, I found out that he actually would like, he traveled to the American South and defeated like the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
And like in South Africa, like dealt with apartheid. And I was like, dude, why are we not talking about this? Like that's
because
crazy.
it makes white people uncomfortable, and white
Yeah.
people are the majority of comics fans.
Yes.
Which I'm sure we'll get
Yeah.
into a little more detail in a little bit.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, no, he's absolutely been
Phenomenal
for the culture as far as getting black kids involved in comic books, as far as black creators. Like Miles Morales would not be here without Black Panther
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
He was one of the first, if not the first, black superhero
in like American
in
mainstream.
American comics.
Yeah.
He was one of the original Avengers when it comes to like comic book timeline wise.
Yeah.
It was him, what they had versus their version of the Hulk anyway. Man, I can't even remember who all the original Avengers were. Thor was there. Or no, it wasn't Thor. It was Odin.
Hank Pym.
No. I mean like the first Avengers, like thousands BC.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
chronologically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, but he was definitely involved with that. In like 7 different comic universes, he is on the Illuminati. The only one he's not is the main 616 universe, but they still consult him, which is awesome. Like 6 people were like, all right, this is the Illuminati now. We're the top minds in the universe. Also, let's ask Black Panther anytime we need something.
Yeah.
Oh, I just love that character so much. And Chadwick Boseman, just my heart, has my whole entire heart. I miss him terribly.
Chris, speaking of hot takes, I want to ask your hot take on this. What is your stance on whether to recast him or not? Because to my knowledge, the argument is, what would he want? Because you would want, there to be a role model for young black boys and girls. Or do you respect his legacy?
I think there's a way to recast and respect his legacy at the same time. Like the same way we have Don Cheadle now as War Machine. Like they could just recast him and pretend nothing happened, which a lot of people did not like.
Yeah.
They could continue the storyline with like a variant version, which is what I hope they do, where it's like Michael B. Jordan is now Black Panther, but he's actually T'Challa from that universe.
Right.
He's just
Michael
Michael B. Jordan instead.
I saw.
I think they could do that. That would be really cool.
That would be interesting.
Like comically in like the comic universe, his sister Shuri carries it on.
I think that's probably what they're going to do with Black Panther too, is have her as Black Panther for a while until
pass it along.
The variant shows up, and then like she'll revert back to being princess, and the variant will become the king. I think they're going to smash universes together in not Multiverse of Madness, but whatever movie deals with the multiverse after that. I think they're going to combine universes. I think that would be a really cool way to do it too.
Yeah.
Because that way you can, and then at the end, they'll do like in honor of Stan Lee, Chadwick Boseman, all the people that died previously before their stories could finish.
Heartbreaking.
I know. All right. Well, thank you for that. Both Harley and Chris, thank you for those hot takes.
High five.
All right. Well, moving on. It is now time for...
What did I miss?
Yes. This is a part of the show where we like to present to you some news that you probably didn't hear about. Today, I'm going first.
Is it because yours is more important?
Yes. So, I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm
Wow.
kidding.
Black History Month.
If you're gonna play me like this, I'm just gonna go with it. Might as well
During
just.
Black History Month, can I sit me at the back of the bus? Are you kidding me?
Oh no.
Wait, you're not the last one, are you? Okay, no, you're the second one.
No.
Okay.
Because I
man.
refuse to move. Y'all see how he does me? I'm just kidding. No, Tim is actually one of my favorite allies.
Okay. Okay. Do any of you guys have siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So what if you were to learn that you and your sibling were actually twins,
Well-
despite being born years apart?
I was going to say, my brother is 12 years older than me, so.
Yeah,
Right.
my other one's like 10. But I do have one that's very close in age.
Right, but you weren't born at the same time.
No.
Also, my brother's very white. We're definitely not
You can-
twins.
But you can still be
Twin-
twins.
yeah.
That can still work.
Twins can
Not identical
look
twins,
alike.
but it's still being twins.
I mean, I get that technically, but my brother has a different dad, so.
Well, okay. Anyways, continue with your.
We're definitely not
way to
twins.
train wreck my illustration here,
I'm just
okay?
saying, we're not twins. That's all I'm saying. Love them to death. We're not twins.
Okay, all right. So on TikTok, a 19-year-old Anna was told by her parents that her younger 13-year-old brother is actually biologically her twin brother. Now, here's how this works, and I have a question later, so don't get ahead of me here. So it sounds confusing, and it sounds technically like weird, but it's actually kind of possible. Her parents, when first trying to conceive, went through IVF, in vitro fertilization, and at the time were successful in creating 2 embryos, with one being her and the other being her brother. However, instead of choosing to implant both embryos into the mother, they chose to implant just her and to put her brother in the freezer, basically. Exactly what it sounds like.
Wow.
It's so, tiny cellular embryo, but
They said we're gonna put him on hold.
Put him on
We'll get
ice.
back to
Just
you.
in case.
and so they did that. I mean, she was born perfectly fine, and then 5 years later, they chose to unfreeze her brother and plant him into the mom, and he was born. And so, 5 years apart, but now they are, 19 and 13, and they're sort of twins. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and this is where I want to pick y'all's brains. And people watching and listening, please let us know your thoughts. So some commenters on her videos were arguing that they were not actually twins. And they had comments like, if you go by that logic, all siblings are twins as long as they have the same parents. And how is he your twin? That's not how it works. He's not your twin. And that doesn't make him your twin, though. You have the same relationship as any other sibling. Twins are conceived and carried at the same time, end quote. So here's my question. Are you twins because you were conceived at the first time or because you are carried at the same time?
So there are, from what I understand, biologically, there's 2 ways to make twins. Either the more rare case, a woman has 2 eggs that are fertilized simultaneously,
Mm-hmm.
or 1 egg that is fertilized that splits
Mm-hmm.
into 2 embryos.
Unless that one random situation that I mentioned like 10 episodes ago. Remember that woman who she got pregnant while she was in mid-pregnancy,
Yeah,
which is not
yeah.
supposed to happen?
Also,
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
Oh my
no, for
god.
real. Yeah, like she had 1 baby, and then all of a sudden
Did
there
she
was
have 2
another baby.
uteruses?
No,
No.
it was a
Because that can
second-
also happen.
Oh, yeah.
It was a weird egg that got
Released.
fertilized by
Later.
accident later.
Yeah.
Well, don't be screaming while you're pregnant.
No, you should.
Oh, you should?
Yes.
I mean, in my opinion, you should. It's
Oh, bro.
top tier.
Oh,
Anyway,
gee. Anyways, this guy.
I don't know, man. I guess it depends. Did they come from the same egg? Like, was it 2 embryos from the same egg, or was it
I think
2
so.
eggs that they fertilized simultaneously?
Well, wouldn't that be identical, though?
It depends
it's
on
from the
how
same
they
egg?
did IVF, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if they pull,
I guess we should look this up deeper because if it's
Yeah.
from the same egg, wouldn't that be identical twins?
not necessarily.
Do you have a photo of them? I'll tell you if they're identical.
They're not identical. I know that.
Well, one's a man, one's a woman, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can
Or
still
I guess boy.
look
One's
alike.
a boy and one's a woman.
Yeah, but you're not identical.
That's not identical.
You share the same DNA when you're identical.
If you have
Oh, is
different
that fraternal?
genitalia, you're not
Which one?
identical.
Yeah, identical. You share the same DNA, same fingerprints, same everything.
Same
Same
fingerprints?
genitalia.
Yes. What'd you say?
I don't know
I said
enough
same
about twins.
genitalia.
Oh, genitalia.
I don't
thought
know
you said
enough
tail. I
about
was like,
twins
what?
to
Well,
comment
if one
on
has a
this.
tail and the other one does, then that would also be identical. I don't know, man. That's a weird situation. I would,
I like to have fun with it. Like, yeah, they're twins.
you know what? Whatever. If you guys want to be twins, you be twins.
Twinsies. Twinsies.
Who is it hurting?
Who's it hurting?
Who is it hurting?
Apparently, all of the internet.
Well, the internet's always angry about something.
This is true.
So there you go.
All right, moving along. Chris, what do you have for us?
For my story, a missed Wordle update saves an 80-year-old woman from a naked, bloody man.
I saw this. And
What?
yes, just, oh my God, I love this.
All right. So as I was reading the article, like I started rewriting lyrics to I Write Sins Not Tragedies in my head. So, well, imagine as you're lying at night in your bed around 9 and there's a naked man in your room, a naked, bloody man in your room holding scissors.
Wow.
That was good.
Yeah. So 80-year-old
I told you.
Denise Holt from Lincolnwood, Illinois, had to face this reality of a naked, bloody man in her room. He
what
was,
the hell?
yeah, she was getting ready for bed around 9 o'clock. She looked in the corner of her room, and all of a sudden, like a horror movie, she saw this bald, naked, bloody dude just standing there, holding a pair of scissors. He took her hostage, like straight up was just like, you're a hostage now. So she was unable to call for help for herself. Her rescuers only arrived after her family called on the cops to do a well-being check on her because of Wordle.
Whoa. I don't know what Wordle is.
It's like
old.
a weird word game that people are playing now. I don't understand how it works. I never.
Is that
know.
what
You
you've
never
been
played it?
posting on your
No,
story?
I haven't played it.
Oh.
So the way it works is you're trying to guess a 5-letter word, and you have 6 chances to figure that out. And you put in, let's say, one random, like my go-to word is later. And I put that in there, and what will happen is if you have a correct letter, but it's in the wrong place, it'll highlight it yellow. If it's the right letter in the right place, it'll highlight it green. And so you just kind of keep going forward in there until you can guess what the actual word of the day is. And it's the same word for everybody, and you only get 1 puzzle a day.
I don't
hate
know how I
that.
feel about that.
Yeah, not a fan.
Well, anyways, this old woman was a big fan of Wordle, and because of it, her family knew to call. So she's an enthusiastic fan of the popular online word puzzle game. Every morning, she shares her previous day's score with her daughter, Meredith.
Oh.
And on February 7th, she did not receive an update from her mom, and alarm bells in her head went off immediately. She was like, all right, I didn't get my mom's alert. Let me call the police.
Wow.
I guess
Yeah.
in one instance is great
Valid.
that white people call the police on everything.
Oh, brother.
It's Black History Month. I can make those jokes.
True. Facts.
But
can make it
no,
anytime,
it's
really,
truthfully a
actually.
really good thing that she did call the police
Yeah.
because, like I said, she'd been taken hostage. Now, luckily, the man did not attack her. Instead, he just crawled into bed and laid down next to her. So afraid of provoking him into violence, she made no attempt to stop him. This is an 80-year-old woman.
I mean, what are you going to do?
She was like, there's no way I'm getting out of this if I make him mad. So
Right.
I got to do everything I can to stay alive as long as I can. He took her hostage, put her in the bathroom, left the lights off. There's no window she could get out, took her phone, all of that stuff. She was in there for like 21 hours.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, no, she was like stretching and exercising and like marching around trying to keep herself
that's good.
active and warm and awake. At one point, he like forced her into the shower with him while she was fully
Oh,
clothed.
no.
He was complaining about being cold. This is a real weird situation.
Yeah.
But anyway, so her daughter called the police to go check on her because, you know, she's 80. She's like, well, maybe something's wrong with my mom. Go check on this woman who hasn't shared her Wordle thing today.
Yeah.
So the police got there and he took her hostage, like tried to board himself up in the house or whatever. The standoff came to an end after a SWAT team shot him through a crack with a taser.
Wow.
So they got him with a taser. Like,
Yeah.
it was a mental health thing.
He was white, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't check, but judging by the name, James H. Davis III, I'm guessing. He was a 32-year-old man named James H. Davis III. They said he suffered from mental health issues, but he will be charged with felony charges for home invasion, dangerous weapons, aggravated kidnapping, armed assault, all of that stuff, and aggravated assault against a police officer. But miraculously, nobody was seriously hurt during any of these events.
Awesome.
She does hope that this ordeal can teach more people to stay in touch with their families, reach
yeah.
out more often,
Play some Wordle.
and play some Wordle.
I'm okay. Questions. I got some questions. I don't know if you.
I might have some answers.
Okay,
We'll
yeah.
find out. I got really into this story. Like I read every article I could
Oh
about
my
this story.
God. Why was he bloody?
Nobody knows. He didn't.
No.
answer.
Okay, that's kind of worse, isn't it?
No, she thinks it's because he cut himself breaking into the window and like trying to climb
That's what he
into
did?
her house.
That's how he got
He
in.
said he was just trying to stay warm. He was very naked. So Lord knows what was going through his head.
He
He's
couldn't
like,
have asked for some clothes.
you know what? I'm naked. Let me break into this old lady's house.
I mean, it's like the guy in the theater. I mean, just get into a wall or something.
No,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
He had some scissors, but when he was like walking her and like pushing her through the house to like tour her house, basically, he took 2 kitchen knives that he liked better than his scissors. So he picked up some knives, and she was like, well, this got worse. So,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. There's a whole lot going on there.
Dude.
Wow.
Mm.
It's
So
an interesting story.
nightmare fuel, right?
No, absolutely. Like, the fact that he was just standing in the, like, corner room, and I imagine him being like,
That's a good reason to get a security system.
It is.
Try
maybe,
Vivint.
Maybe if you guys had
Wait,
thought
who do you
about
have?
Vivint.
yeah, okay.
That's who I work for. Vivint.
Oh,
If anybody needs a security system after hearing that story, reach out to us. I'll hook
Reach
you
out
up.
to Chris.
Is it only in Texas? Or is
No,
it?
Vivint is in all 50
we
states,
go.
Canada, Puerto Rico, and New Zealand for some reason. Yeah, don't ask me why, but there you go.
All right, we're moving along. Harley.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, so I hold on. Brain, microphone. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay.
Better than me.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, so I'm sure most people have heard this story, but this diehard, another 80-year-old, but he was 86, 86-year-old.
Older.
Oh, I said
Beat me, I guess. Whatever.
Bengals fan gets the chance to go to the Super Bowl to see his favorite team.
Hey.
I'm not a sports ball guy, but I love that. Good
Sports
for
ball?
him. Sports ball.
Anything sports.
You call sports
Sports
ball?
ball.
He's
Even
not into
hockey.
sports.
Even hockey is sports ball.
Nice. Okay, so real quick, Jim Lipscomb, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Nice.
He basically went viral on the internet because I believe his granddaughter or somebody got a reaction of him seeing that the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl. So everybody was like, yeah, go Jim. And then I guess she and some other family members started a GoFundMe so people could donate money for him to get a ticket
so
to go.
sweet.
I know, it's so cute. Apparently it raised $42,000
Holy crap.
So he could take him and another person.
in theory.
Or him and half a person anyway, depending on those tickets.
Yeah.
I know Kanye spent like 50 G's on his ticket, and then he watched it through a mask, so.
God, Kanye.
Watched it through a mask?
Yeah, like that Kim Kardashian Met mask. It looked like the same setup. Like it was just like the
yeah.
full
Kanye.
coverage.
We're not even going to get into Kanye right now.
No.
I don't want to talk about Kanye. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
$42,000. That's incredible.
Yeah. For a football game.
You said this was on TikTok or just
It just
on the internet?
I don't
The reaction
just on the
was
internet.
viral on TikTok, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Man,
Probably.
the internet's wild, man. Just it can be horribly horrific and disgusting, but then you have things like this, and it's like,
Wow.
yeah, it's
Sometimes
Stories
humanity-
like this
yeah.
make reading our comment section worth it.
right.
Like that one guy. You guys only have I see why you only have 175 followers. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
First of all, hey.
A B C.
Secondly,
You make a good point.
doesn't matter. We do this because it's fun for us.
Yeah.
We hope
Absolutely.
you enjoy it, but if you don't, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd have like no listeners, and I would still show up every week to do this.
yeah, true.
Every other week, anyway.
I'm like, I just want to hear myself talk.
All right. Well, yeah, that's basically it.
All right.
I just come here to hear Tim talk.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, I love you guys. All right, guys, that is our What Did I Miss? Thank you for joining us and for those conversations. And now it is time to transition to our main interview conversation with Chris and some special guests. So we will be right back.
All right, and welcome back, guys. Thanks for sticking around. On today's main segment, in honor of Black History Month, we will be talking with a couple of the Always More friends, Tiera and Jordan, on the topic of Black excellence. Tim and Harley are going to sit this one out for what should be obvious reasons. If you guys don't know, if you've only been listening to the podcast and ignoring everything that I joke about, it's because they are white. And they don't have the experiences that we'll be talking about today. So that's all. That's it. How you guys doing today?
Great.
Dandy.
Great.
Just dandy.
Just dandy.
Coming on. All right, cool. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. You both have been on the podcast before.
Yeah.
But not together, I don't think, right?
No, we were on it together, I thought.
No?
No?
No.
Am I tripping?
You were both here for each other's episode.
Recording,
Oh.
yeah. We sat from the couch. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
sat
'cause
from the
you
couch.
said something and he looked at you like you were crazy. And then the next time
Yes.
he said something and you looked at him like it was like he was crazy.
This is true.
And I
That's
laughed
fact.
both times because it's hilarious.
yeah.
So you guys are engaged.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
When is the wedding?
October.
October. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Am I invited?
Yeah.
I better be.
You're invited now.
Yeah.
As
That's
of
what
today.
I thought.
Put you on the
That's what I
list.
thought.
Put us on the spot.
You guys
This is
sent out
a test.
invitations yet?
No.
Working on it.
All right, perfect. It's fine then.
We're taking-
We'll just pretend that I was invited the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we won't.
We
talk
actually
about
have
this
a
any
couple
further.
more spots to fill anyway,
do.
so
All right.
you'd
well,
probably be the life of the party.
I got me and my wife. You can ignore my son. He doesn't have to come. So
Okay.
he's 18. He probably won't come anyway.
Nice.
So we'll find a babysitter. It'll just be the two of us.
Yeah.
And is it open bar? Is that how we're doing this?
Heck yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
That's the
yeah.
only way to do it.
Perfect.
Only way.
Cool. So I will be drunk and enjoying your special day.
You know,
Yes.
my alter ego is. Do you want to say the name of my
It
alter
is
ego?
Tequila Terra.
Tequila Terra.
I am
And
a
it can
tequila
be-
connoisseur.
Yeah, she can be happy, or she can be really, carry a
Whoa.
lot of terror.
Okay, I didn't
So
want you
that's
to
where the
expose
terror
me. I
comes
just
in.
wanted you to
Is it-
say
is
the
it
name.
Terra or terror?
No,
How
it's
about that?
Terra.
Terra.
Like
Terra,
T-A-R-A.
yeah, but it's like Terra, but
Gotcha.
it's like
Terra.
terror.
You got to say it like with a
Terra.
Terra.
Yeah.
Tequila
Terra.
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 I'm digging it. All right.
So,
I got to figure one out for myself then, I guess.
Everybody has one.
Cognac,
Everybody has
Chris?
oh,
I don't drink cognac, but
No, then it doesn't count.
doesn't count.
What do you drink?
mostly whiskey.
Yeah.
What's your last name? Ford? That doesn't
Ford.
work.
No, it doesn't.
Nah. Wah, wah.
Bourbon. No.
Bourbon
The
Bailey.
always
Bailey.
bourbon Chris. ABC. Always bourbon Chris. How about that?
That's actually good.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I
It's
think
long.
that's really long though.
Would you just say ABC?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, always bourbon?
Oh, okay. I guess
Always
you could.
Chris, always bourbon.
ABC.
A-cab.
That too?
ACAB.
That works. ACAP?
My alter ego name is ACAB.
There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into this, get it started.
Yeah.
First, let's get the most important thing out of the way. Have you guys seen the trailer for Nope?
Yes.
Nope. I'm just kidding. Yes. I just wanted to say nope because, okay, anyways, moving on.
At least.
Honestly, I was a little disappointed that nobody in the trailer said Nope. Like there was that perfect
Yeah.
moment.
And
Kiki Palmer was like,
Kiki
nah.
she
She's like,
almost
"Nuh-uh."
did
She
it.
said, nah.
I
But she
know.
could have said nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
I
then that would have
know.
been great. I
That
would
would've
just,
been great. Well,
she
you know,
said
was
they
waiting
could
for
be
it.
pulling a Marvel and,
Oh yeah,
Saving
like
it.
changing
She actually
things.
does say nope
in the
in the
movie.
movie.
She says it, but in the trailer, no.
Mhm.
It's like when they had the Hulk, but then in the actual movie is the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you haven't seen it.
It's really
Also,
whack.
you're like years behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys think?
Nope.
Not gonna see it.
No, okay, well, here's the thing with
What?
Jordan Peele. I love Jordan Peele and I want to support him in everything that he does, but I hate scary movies with a burning passion. I mean, this one I think will be it's a pass. But like Candyman, I didn't watch it because it's terrifying.
Yeah. No, we had talked about that
Yeah.
before. Like, I'm not about Candyman.
I can't.
I will
No.
absolutely buy a ticket and
I
just
have
not go see it
nightmares.
if
Yeah,
it were in theaters
exactly.
again.
Like I want to support it,
Yeah.
and I love his Us
Like,
was
I
amazing.
I think what I'll do for Candyman is I'll probably just buy it for Tim's collection. That way
That'd be
Tim can
good.
have it, and my money goes to support it. But
Yeah.
I'm not watching that because that shit is real and it is
no,
here.
it's so real.
It's so real.
Yeah.
Literally, bruh.
Not about it.
I've heard a lot of
Not
people
about it.
say it's not even scary, and I'm like,
Shut up.
Did y'all grow up with Candyman as a
they-
legend?
No, really
I
though.
didn't.
Because the people that were traumatized by that as kids, like myself, being told these horror stories by my cousins, and
Or being threatened by them, like,
Yeah.
hey man, gonna come for you. We're like,
nah, you can't say it too many times in a row.
No.
Definitely don't want to say it in a mirror in the dark by yourself.
yep.
Just behave because he comes after bad kids.
But
That's what
and
I
that's
was
the
always
thing
told.
too. I don't even feel like Jordan Peele needs Candyman to scare you. So I feel like there's probably other elements in that movie, like a note or something, will just
Oh, the
throw you off.
the
Yeah,
piano
you know what I'm
keys, it's
saying?
like-
Like,
Dude, that one note thing that he does is it's killer though.
gets me
Like,
every
he knows
time.
what he's doing. He is a master
Every
of horror.
time.
Oh man, I'm such a big fan of Jordan Peele. So
Yes.
all that being said, I will be seeing this movie.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think this one is it's a pass. I can do this one. But
It's
like,
it's supposedly
It's-
it's aliens.
Yeah.
It's not like
Which is
demons
cool.
or ghosts or
Yeah.
anything like that.
I mean, supposedly, but
And it's not as like horrifyingly realistic as movies like Get Out can be. And
yeah.
I
that's
don't
true.
know, because Get Out wasn't horrifying. It was weird, and I was like, this is some
it was
some
definitely like
stuff.
skeevy for sure. Like
Yeah.
it'll make you feel some things.
Yeah, yep, this is true.
I don't know.
Walked
I
out
guess I'm just, I don't know.
looking at life different
I'm
after
Yeah.
that
pissed.
movie.
Okay, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But also not surprised. I was like, this is some stuff that could probably happen.
Look,
like,
I'm
it's
gonna be
probably
honest,
happening
I'm
behind
gonna
the
be
scenes.
honest. After I watched Get Out, I did not want to go to my wife's family's house for like a week. I was like, I don't
Do
know.
they act like that?
No, not at all.
No.
They are like the best
not.
people. They are so lovely. They've never done anything wrong in their entire lives. They are the most anti-racist people I've ever met.
Okay.
They love me for me before anything, and then like they're super supportive when the protests and everything were going on. They called me, they checked in. They're like, "Hey man, I understand like there's a lot going on. How are you doing?
Aw.
Is there anything I can do to help? How can I be a better ally?" They are lovely people.
That's awesome.
But that movie got me a little bit. So I was
Yeah.
just like,
feel that.
we'll do dinner with your family another day. And I'm so sorry for that. You, like I said, you guys are the best. I love you with all my heart. Moving on from there.
Yeah,
you're
before
gonna
I get
hear
in
it after
trouble.
this.
Yeah, right.
Just cut that part out.
No. Okay, so now that that's said and done, we've already established all of the greatness of Jordan Peele. Let's talk about our actual topic, Black history, Black excellence. What are your thoughts on Black History Month as a thing? Like, how do you feel? Is it necessary? Is it something that you appreciate? Are there things you would want to change about it? Let's open the floor for an always more 3 a.m. discussion.
Go first.
You want to go first?
I just said go first.
Okay.
Super cute, guys.
I love it.
Ew.
I love-
Ew. Don't call. Bleh,
Eh.
bleh. Tomato.
I knew you were gonna say that. No, I like.
I don't know what just happened.
It's a
Ew.
TikTok thing. It's a
It
TikTok,
is.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. I like learning more about, Black History Month every year. It's like I follow different pages and different things on social media that highlight people that aren't in history books, that are taken out of history books and that different thing. I like to learn about all the unnamed heroes and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate the month, but Black History Year.
I'm all about
Period.
it.
Because it's like, I don't think it should be like, okay, we're going to 2023, it's Black History Year, but it's just like, we should always be celebrated.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say that Black history shouldn't be a thing. It should all be history. But at the point we are in society, like, you kind of have to have Black history specifically focused on that topic. It's the same argument as like Black Lives Matter. Like, yes, all lives matter, but this is the group in society that's being targeted. Their house is on fire. Like, they're the ones that need the most help right now.
Yeah.
Same with Black history. Like, that's what needs to be focused on at this point in time, because nobody else cares throughout the rest of the year.
Exactly.
Nobody's following the real history of America. Like, what's his name? Jack Daniels is like one of the biggest whiskey producers in the U.S. Nobody knows that this black guy, I think his name is Nathaniel, actually came up with that recipe.
Wow.
And Jack Daniels basically just profited off of it.
That happens time
That's
and
like
time again,
everything, though.
Yeah.
Like, all
happens.
music.
That's the culture. Like,
Oh.
it's all taken from black people.
Yes.
Yes. This is kind of off topic, but have you watched the Elvis trailer?
Yeah.
Movie trailer?
Yeah.
And how it's basically, I was happy to see, or at least it hinted in the trailer that it's going to highlight that he took a lot of his music from like black
Gospel, jazz.
writers. Yeah. Like I think that's cool how they're crediting that and they're not just like, oh, Elvis. Like, no, they're actually going
Yes.
back and saying like, here's the
Well,
history
from what I
behind that.
understand, Elvis himself, and I'm not a huge Elvis fan, but my grandfather was. Elvis himself, towards the end of his life, like, realized what he had been doing. It was like, hey, look, this needs to be credited to this group of people, and everybody was like, no, shh, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But I really do hope they highlight that in the actual show, or
Yeah, it looks
maybe
great.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right.
important.
His voice, too. Like, when he started talking, I was like, oh,
What's that actor's name? I don't know his name.
Austin
Something. Arlson something. Anyways, he's good at his
Yeah.
Elvis voice. Moving on. We're not talking about Elvis.
No, we
Yes.
are not. We are talking about
Yes.
Black history. So, what are some of your favorite Black history figures? Who do you guys, if you could pick like 2 or 3 to mention right now?
Like old or like current or what? Anything?
Hard.
Black history specifically.
okay.
But we'll get there as well. So, like, one of my favorites, obviously Harriet Tubman. I love her
Of
story.
course.
I love everything about her. She was a force to be reckoned with.
Yes.
She was one of the first black female generals or not generals, high-ranking officers in the Union Army, and she used her power not only to win battles for the Union, but to save slaves. She rescued like 700 plus slaves by herself.
Yeah.
Just doing what she does best, just going into the South and bringing them back out. Like, that's amazing to me.
That's crazy.
My favorite, which I got in trouble for in school writing a book report about him, was Nat Turner. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the story of Nat Turner. Led a slave revolt, killed a bunch of white people. Basically just told white people not to mess with us.
Yeah.
But in my eyes, that man is a hero for what he did.
For sure.
So any that you guys have that you would like to mention?
Well, Malcolm X, I feel like should be credited. He's always credited,
Always.
but
Brother
you know
Malcolm.
that's a given.
Yes. Martin Luther King.
Duh,
For sure.
Yep.
of course.
Top tier. Those are the ones
Top
everybody knows
tier.
about.
Tier.
For sure.
I'm not good with names. I'll be straight up. I can remember. I can just, if you guys can help me. I don't know if you guys remember the a story I like. It's just, it's those three. There's maybe 3 or 4 black guys that were in that like a bar or a cafe of some sort.
I think I know what you're
And
talking about.
They were being told like, "Hey, we're not going to serve you. You have to leave because you're black." But they like stayed there for days, like not days. I think just hours and hours and hours until they were finally served. I thought that was a very cool story.
Is that the one with the picture that is always posted on Black History?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
so I
Yes.
don't remember any of the names involved,
No, me
but I
neither.
know like 3 of the white guys that were there ended up like broke and homeless and dying alone. One of them like runs a trailer park now in Florida, and like 2 of them became like politicians also in Florida, I think.
Yeah.
Which is insane to me that these people are allowed to do that. and, like,
Yeah. After all that.
yeah. How are they
Because
not?
they were like, they threw stuff. They got called.
Didn't they like pour
names,
stuff on them,
pour
like
yeah.
hot
stuff,
coffee and stuff?
Like they.
And they were like
Peaceful.
champions of.
I think that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite ones, because like myself, no way.
The Greensboro
could not-
4.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Greensboro,
Greensboro
4.
Yes.
Joseph McNeil, Franklin McCain, Ezell Blair Jr., and David Richmond, all young black students at North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in their freshman year, who often met in their dorm rooms to discuss what they could do to stand against racism.
Yes.
I'm here for it. I
Those are
like
my
it.
favorite ones. Yeah. Just the
I didn't know their names.
Well,
yeah.
That's kind of what I want this to be about then, is bringing, like highlighting those people that aren't really known, not just in Black history, but moving forward in the future, people that we need to keep an eye on, people that we need to kind of boost their voices as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, those four young men, I guess now old men,
Yeah.
back in the day, stood for what they believed in. That's
Yeah.
kind of, and that is the culture as Black people. Like, a lot of times we're given adverse situations and we just rise above it.
Yeah.
Like, that is one of my favorite
Time and
poems
time
by
again.
Maya Angelou,
Yes.
is "Still I Rise." Like, that is like, that's it. That is
Yeah.
Black culture. That is Black excellence.
Yeah.
So moving on from there, next question, Black excellence. What does that mean to you? And I'm going to start with Jordan, because I feel like Tiera is still lagging a little bit behind on answering these questions.
Oh, I have an answer if you want me
Yeah,
to
you
go
go
first.
first.
since
Oh, I
you're
do. No, I would
attacking
love
me,
that.
sir.
Absolutely. I would
No,
love
but
that.
Black excellence to me is literally all of the above. I think it's kind of what you were explaining. When I think about it, I just think about the challenges that are put against Black people and Black societies and communities, and how that literally just makes us stronger and then pisses off white people even more. Because it's like constantly,
like it.
no, time and time again, they're like, oh, well, we're going to do this to make you suck, or we're going to do this to make you fall behind, you know, like all financial problems and just where you live, all of it matters. At the same time, we're still like,
Yeah.
Black people are still on top, and then that just pisses them off even more. So I think that's what Black excellence is.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
No,
pushing through.
I definitely agree with
Literally.
I do, because like the system is made to make us fail. Like whether it's where you're living, where you're going to school, your job, and I think that, you know, like people that, because what I love, one of the things I love the most is seeing people that come from nothing, like from the hood, that are, you know, like barely getting anything to eat,
yeah.
violence, drug violence.
Everything
You can get
stacked against it.
everything, and they still rise. To the
Still I
occasion.
rise.
Still I rise. Yeah, but I like that the most. Is
Yeah.
it's like all the odds are always against us, like till this day. So
Yeah. And one of the things that really gets me is when people obviously don't agree that that's what Black excellence is. I struggled my whole life for this, and I fought for everything that I had.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
I'm
did.
sure you did, but systemically, it's not stacked against
No.
you. It's stacked for you.
yes,
Like these are stairs that, sure, it takes work to climb stairs, but you have one right after the other. Whereas Black people, we have one, and then there's like 4 stairs missing, and then the
Yes.
next step.
Yeah.
And you got to work a lot harder to climb those stairs than you do a regular set of stairs.
that's so true.
That's all it is, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
All
agree.
right.
Heard.
heard.
All right, so next question then. Obviously, you guys are working because millennials and Gen Z don't really have the choice to not work.
As you don't.
How does being Black affect your work? How would you say, and understand for those of you listening, we live in Killeen. It's a pretty diverse
Yeah.
area,
Yes.
but I would still say that being Black affects your work because I do sales as my job, and I go to people's houses, and there have been times where people have pulled guns on me just for knocking on their door, and then a week later or a week before I got there, one of my white coworkers will go, and it won't be a problem for them at all. Like they'll invite him in and have coffee. And that's not every house, obviously. That's like maybe once a quarter, like somebody's like really angry with me for doing what I do. But it definitely affects me. How would you guys say that affects you?
I feel like you should answer this because for those who are not watching and who are listening, I am a very white passing.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah. I'm biracial, so I don't think like people looking at me. I think it has more to do with like people when they like learn about me. But when they look at me, it's just like, oh, whatever. She's this cute girl with curly hair, like she's light skinned, whatever. So I don't think it really affects me at work, to be honest.
I would say, the same thing. It's like, I think what helps is being sit in a diverse area is like, it doesn't really feel like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't think of any or experience or, anything like that where it would affect me, like.
I will say though, and I need to be careful with my words, but people, I think that's funny because people will forget, like, oh, you're mixed, you're Black too, and so they just be saying stuff, and I'm like, what are you talking about here? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? Like, watch yourself. And
I deal with that all the time.
I think it's interesting to catch people because it happens a lot in the workplace too, where I'm like, what did you mean by that? Or like, what are you doing?
People think they can say whatever they want. And
it's like
catch them slipping. Like, hold on now. Hold on now.
So
I think you answered that better than I could, honestly. I don't think I have anything for that one.
No, fair enough.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like you have to think about it or you have to be in the moment in our area because it is so diverse.
it is very diverse here.
Yeah.
People are a lot more careful about it. But if you go outside of this area, because like I live in Belton and that is a very white town.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My son, like I am very white passing. My son is absolutely white.
Yeah.
My wife is very white and my daughter is very white. So anytime I'm with my daughter and she starts crying, I like panic. I'm like, oh my God, they're going to think I kidnapped this baby.
Yeah.
And I get people that look at me
that's
like that all the
terrible.
time.
I didn't even think about that.
But in Killeen, like it's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, that's
That's
just
his dad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the baby's dad. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
He's dealing with some
It's
issues.
just an
and
angry
I'm just
baby.
gonna walk away because I don't want to
It's
deal with
none of my
crying baby.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep it pushing.
So it's definitely an area thing in my opinion, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So in this area, you guys don't travel outside of the area too often for work, so you feel like it doesn't affect you too much, right?
Yeah, not too
Not
much.
me personally, no.
Okay. Follow-up question to that then. Would you guys consider moving to a different area? And how do you think that would affect you? Would you rather stay in a diverse area like Killeen? Or would you rather move to a different area where more people are people of color, where it's more Black-centered?
Yeah. I feel like I'm for both. Because, like,
Either one's fine.
either one's fine. It's like it's a win-win situation because all cities are different. Like, for instance, Austin is a place that we love.
Right.
and it's very diverse, and it's like something's always different there. It's just there's a different
It's
energy.
a mixture.
It's a
It's
mixture.
a blend.
It's
Anytime somebody talks about Austin, like politically, I usually hear, "Oh, it's the island of blue and a sea of red."
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh my
It's just
God.
like-
Yeah.
But no, like, and then you have cities like Atlanta, which is mostly black people, which is really cool. It's just a vibe,
Yeah.
like
It's
it's vibey. You
It's
have
a
black creatives,
vibe.
black politicians, or from wherever head down. It's like, black. So I mean, honestly, I'd
Yeah.
say both for me, but
I agree. I think growing up in a diverse city has made me more comfortable, like living in a diverse area. So I think in the future I would want to continue like moving. I'm moving, I ain't staying here.
Yeah,
but
no, you got to get out.
I'm getting out.
Get out.
Get out.
You got to go.
But when I do move, I think I would prefer to live in a place that's more diverse and a mixture of everything, like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I would also be comfortable. I would not be comfortable in a community that is majority white, I would say. Because as I'm growing up, it was a lot easier when I was younger because I was raised by like the white side of my family. And I was,
Same.
it was normal. But as I'm growing up, I'm starting to notice that it's not always fun, I guess.
Yes. No,
It's not always
absolutely
comfortable. So, I mean, I would say either like a community majority, like minorities, or diverse.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
nothing else. So, yeah.
I'm on that same page. Which actually leads me to my next question. How do you feel about code switching?
How do I feel about code switching?
Like as a biracial person, because I do that literally all day.
I do it unknowingly. It's funny because we just celebrated Jordan's birthday a couple weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, I think. And we went out to like brunch, and Jordan and I are very, I guess, very friendly people. We have a lot of different friend groups. So this was the first time in a long time where we had all of our friend groups
The
hanging out.
multiverse.
There you go.
Oh my God, it was actually crazy.
Yes, I was basically Doctor Strange.
It
and
was
I just
so
brought,
much.
you know.
It was different personalities, different groups, different interests, all in one room. And so, like you got your white friends, and then you have your black friends. And so my friend Angel, she is Hispanic, but she actually called me out on it. She was like, "You talk different to your white friends," and I was like, "I do." And she was like, "Yeah, you try to like match how they talk," and I was like, I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even realize. And I was like, yeah, I just kind of, I guess, unknowingly, it just happens.
Look.
And I think that has to do with me being raised.
Yeah.
But you just know how to please the people you're around.
Oh, no, absolutely.
That-
So
That's how it goes.
For work, we have, like, we're in all 50 states, and each region has its own manager. So, like, my manager for the Texas region is Mexican, Laura Hernandez. And her husband and all the other managers are Mexican of some sort or white. Then we have people from the South, which is led by this guy named Sal, who is from Atlanta. He's black. And then we've got the Midwest, which is led by Jared, who is white. And one of my coworkers called me out on that too, because like as I'm talking to the different managers, like I'm switching it up. And as we went out one night with Danielle and Joelle, and we were going to like a bar or something, and we ended up at a Latin bar, and we were dancing and everything. And then the next night we went to like a black-owned bar, and we were dancing and different stuff. And it's like different styles, different cultures.
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're like, "How are you doing this?"
Yeah.
Like, first of all, you have depression, so why are you even out here?
Oh, Lord.
Secondly, like, how are you just switching it up like this? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I grew up black, Hispanic, and white. I can please any
Yeah.
one of these regional managers.
I'm a
in
vibe
their
wherever
culture.
I'm at. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm the life of the
No,
party,
I
man.
feel that because, like,
Yeah.
in Kansas, when I lived in Kansas, my dad's side of the family is German and mostly white.
Yeah.
And I feel like growing up with them, and because my city in Junction City, it was kind of like clean, but not as much. It was kind of a little bit more white people. But where my white side of the family lived, it was completely white. And which was, because every weekend my parents worked, and me and my brother would always go down there. And I mean, I have no bad experiences,
Yeah.
but it was kind of like a whoa.
None that you can remember. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Oh my God.
That'll come up in therapy later.
but no, like it was kind of crazy, like from going there and moving to, because it's like, I think one of the things with our relationship, she didn't know how I was gonna vibe with her family.
I was terrified.
She was terrified.
Sure.
I did not know that Jordan came from like a mixed family. I thought his family was just black and like they're Jamaican. He said he was Jamaican, so I was like, oh, they're Jamaican. Like, crap, they're gonna think my family is crazy. Not crazy, but you just know. You know what I'm talking about.
No, you worry about that kind of stuff.
I'm finna say it. Yes.
Yes.
So I was really scared for him to meet my family, and he fit right in. I was like, you're really good at this.
They all are the same.
Yeah.
All the same.
And then that's when I found out. I
We
was
are
like,
different,
oh,
but still same.
Still same. Like it was like this is just like my family. I'm like this is normal.
Like let's for example like holidays or Thanksgiving or Christmas time, like we'll go because his like the white side of his family will not usually come because they live in Kansas, so they don't always come to celebrate Christmas.
Right.
So like for half of Christmas we'll be at his house dancing and vibing and like drinking all these drankety dranks and
Right.
turning up, and it's like play the YouTube and everybody's dancing in the living room.
Yes.
And then you go over to
For
like
hours.
Yeah.
you go over to like my family.
Does your family do karaoke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Every now and then. It's but
Oh,
mostly,
it's lit too.
Yeah, mostly dancing and just
Yeah, that's how my family is.
It's
Like,
very energetic.
and you'll notice a lot of Afro-Caribbean families are like that. They love any reason to celebrate. They do
Yes.
that. That's how my family is too. So I get that.
And then you go to like, usually it's just my mom's like immediate family that we spend holidays with.
Yep.
And it's like, hey, okay, we're going to do a puzzle and then we're going to go to bed at like 9 p.m.
yes, that's so true.
So we get both. But
That's like
Puzzles.
it's like hanging out with my family on my dad's side, and then I come back to the States, and my mom is like, "Hey, come over for Thanksgiving dinner." And when I did do that, it was literally just like her and a friend or two, maybe the lady from across the street who was alone at holidays.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like it's a little small
Little
get together
intimate
dinner.
thing, yeah.
And then
Just something simple.
At my aunt's house, like we break out a birthday cake and a pinata
It's a
for
block
Jesus.
party.
Like, this is Christmas.
It's a whole barbecue, like
Like, yeah, why do you have a cake that says happy birthday? It's
Yes,
Christmas.
it's
She's like,
Christmas.
Mira que es for Jesus.
yes.
it's for Jesus.
All right, whatever.
You gotta have a cake.
Oh man,
Oh,
so
that's
funny.
good.
the culture switch has always been one of my favorite things.
It is amazing.
But speaking of which, what are your favorite things about the culture? And for
Black culture?
again, for people that are not familiar, Black people just call it the culture sometimes. So,
The culture, yeah,
The
that's
culture.
true.
what
For
are
the
your favorite
culture.
things about it?
The food,
The food,
the seasonings.
seasonings.
So you
comedy.
definitely grew up in a white white family.
I did. I was
Your
only
favorite
raised.
things are the seasoning.
Yes, I was only raised by the white side of my family till I was like 10, 11. And so that's all. And then we had my
Her
stepdad came
12th
into the
birthday, she
picture.
discovered more than salt.
Yes.
Pretty much.
The
That's
adobo,
what.
the adobo.
No, I'm
pack
just
She was
seasoning.
like, "What is adobo? Old Bay?
Oh, babe.
Yeah, my life was
I thought you
altered.
just put salt on fish and threw it over a fire.
No.
Bruh.
What is Old Bay?
Bruh.
Yes.
So yeah, that.
You're throwing sauce on that chicken?
Why is the chicken wet when it's going into the oven?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not attacking white people by
No,
any means.
it's just funny.
It's just
It's
funny.
funny,
It is.
and I think it's funnier because I've experienced
Both,
it. So
yeah.
it's like, oh,
it's like I can make these jokes because I experienced
yeah,
this.
exactly.
It's
I
black.
get it.
It's white.
That is what.
Jordan, what's your favorite thing about the culture, man?
Fashion.
Yeah.
I feel like the culture has driven a lot of fashion. Like everybody wants to dress how black people dress.
That is absolutely
Can we
true.
talk about black hair for a second?
Hair.
Everybody wants like a curly fro now, or like
Yeah.
braids, or
Yes.
locks, or
Yes.
But it's still unprofessional, and you can't.
it's
you
still
can't-
unprofessional, but
No.
everybody wants to do it.
Exactly.
I don't.
which is mind-boggling to me. Like the fact that somebody's hair, as it grows out of their head, can be considered unprofessional.
Yeah.
And a lot of people get really upset by, actually, let's talk about that for a second, because that is one of those systemic things. Like, obviously, they're not making laws against black people.
Yeah.
So, and that's what the people that are defensive about it say, like, oh, there's no specific laws against black people. No, but there are laws that are specifically targeted towards black people.
Yes.
Like, oh, this is a dress code. You can't have locks. You can't have dreads. You can't have whatever. You can't have an afro.
Yeah.
Like
It's
yeah,
considered messy.
Do-rags.
every
It's
now
considered
and
messy,
then
and that's
a white person can have that hairstyle, but those hairstyles are specifically allocated to black people.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that those are the ones that are not allowed is targeting.
Mm-hmm.
It's sus.
That's one of those things that bothers me about it.
Mm.
Yeah. Which is why we need things like Black History Month.
Yes.
To
Mhm.
kind of
Yes.
understand the history of the black culture, kind of show what's going on, help move that forward, and kind of grow the understanding of it. That way things like that don't happen anymore.
Yes.
This is true.
Another thing to add on to the culture, trends. What I mean by trends is like what's like Black Twitter, Black TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to say it's like cocky or, it's like we're the drivers of it. It's like a lot of these creatives and a lot of TikTok dances for one.
I was just thinking about that.
Yes,
like,
for
remember
one.
when I think there was maybe a month or two where black people just refused to create new TikTok dances, and there was like
They
a
went on
big
strike.
downtick
Yes,
Yeah.
of
the
new
Renegade,
ones.
for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Homegirl, I think she's like a 14-year-old little black girl that created it, but Addison Rae is making
Bro.
55 million a year off
Yeah.
TikTok. You know?
Doing black dances.
Yes.
Like taking
Yes.
things from black culture.
Yeah. But not to knock on like what people are taking, but that's like one of my favorite things is like Black Twitter, Black trends.
Just the effortless
TikTok.
swag
Yes.
that black people carry.
Rhythm.
The drip.
It's natural. The way they talk, like the
Lingo.
way
Yeah.
black people talk.
AAVE.
Mm-hmm.
One of my things when I catch my son doing that, because he's 18, so like and he's very cultured, even though he lives in Belton, which is a very white town. He's very cultured because we spend time with my family,
Yeah.
and like every now and then I'll catch him, and I want to get mad at him, but then I'm like, you know what? It's his family too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though he's white,
Yeah,
he's all right.
Get
He's
away
one of
with
the
it.
good ones.
He's one of the good
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Although I will say, when I catch his friends doing it, it makes me even more mad because I know they're very, very white.
Yeah.
However, I will say that he does not like to associate with people that are that way. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, he picks his friends with intention, and when he realizes that they're not good people to be around, he'll drop him.
That's
And I
good.
appreciate that. So,
That's really good.
which is what I think we need from all allies.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is true.
Unpopular black opinions. I'll
Oh.
start.
Okay.
I don't like Drake.
Mm.
I don't like him as a person. His music is all right, but he's one of those people I can't separate the art from the artist because he hasn't done anything yet that should put him in jail.
Mm.
But if he did, or if it came out that he had done something already, I would not be surprised because he is absolutely a groomer of young girls. And the fact that he's producing Euphoria,
Are you talking about the
Speaks
Millie Bobby
volumes.
Brown
Yes, I am.
Oh,
scandal?
Lord.
yes, I am.
I figured
Like, he didn't
was.
do anything wrong, technically speaking.
Mm.
Like, but didn't he though? Like, obviously,
know.
he
I don't
shouldn't
know.
be in jail because he didn't break a law. But if that was your daughter, would you not want to punch him in his mouth?
Well, okay. I think that's hard for me to understand because I don't have children. I don't have a daughter. And I am a female. And so I see, well, me, I'm like hardcore feminist. Like, I'm going to do what the crap I
Fair.
want. I'm trying
Fair.
to censor myself. I'm so sorry. But
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. That's just me. I'm just like, like, I'm gonna stop. Let me stop
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say on that for now.
All
Yes.
I'll have to bring that up
Well-
probably later.
Unpopular black opinion. I don't like Drake. What do you guys got?
I love Drake. That's a
I love
popular
Drake.
opinion.
That's a popular opinion. That's a popular opinion. I want to hear your unpopular opinions on any topic, as far as the culture or as far as being a person of color.
I don't know
An
if this
unpopular opinion.
I don't know if this is unpopular or popular because I know there's two sides. So I don't like chitlins.
Ooh.
That's
I
nasty.
don't. I know
feel like
people.
that's
It's a two-sided thing.
unpopular black opinion.
it's
because-
like you might get your black card revoked, but why do you love it? Like,
Yeah,
what's
what-
good about it?
Does anybody actually like chitlins?
Yeah, I feel like we're just putting on a
Yeah.
stunt
I
right
hear you.
now. Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
Like, it's what we grew up with.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
not me, because, I didn't.
Yeah.
But it's what black people grew up with. And it's what they had back in the day. It continued through the culture. That's one of those things. So I feel like that's an opinion. That is just stereotypical.
Yeah.
And you can pick a side or not.
You,
and
yeah,
then
it's kinda
other
like
people
both.
outside of the culture will have their view on your opinion of
Yes, yes.
that. Like white people never try chitlins, but they get mad at you if you don't like chitlins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's what I was like. It's kind of like, it's in the middle.
All right.
I don't like grape flavored things.
What?
I thought you did.
Grape soda is the only thing I would ever get to, but like candies and different things and like Kool-Aid, nah.
You know what?
You don't like Kool-Aid, or you just
I'm
I
don't
like
grape
hold
Kool-Aid?
on, no, I like Kool-Aid.
I'm on that same train. Like,
You are?
I don't like grape flavored things. I love
Yes.
grapes. And
Love grapes too.
I will occasionally partake in a grape soda if that's all that there is.
Yep.
But I'm not a fan of grape flavored stuff. I feel you.
Same.
I don't
That
think
is
I am
That
either.
is definitely an unpopular black
Yes.
opinion. Or
That's-
maybe it's one
yeah.
of those things where it's like,
It-
again, from the
it
outside,
could
it's
be.
unpopular.
Yeah, but that's one of the things that's always at the barbecues. It's always in the cooler. It's always
Yeah.
the grape sodas and the crushes.
Yeah.
The orange crush.
Bro, okay, so wow, that is a memory. So when I was in ministry school, we used to do street evangelism. We would bring like a hot dog cart and load it up with hot dogs, and we'd just invite the neighborhood to come out, get some food, watch us do dance and do like street evangelism, all kinds of stuff. I was on the dance team, which is also hilarious because I can't dance, but I'm black. So they were like, yeah, dance team. Which I did all right, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
as part of just being black. You just,
Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
you just gotta find it, right? But we would always like go get sodas and stuff like the day of, but we would always buy like way more grape flavored stuff. And like looking back on it now, I'm realizing that like
Yes.
today, right now, but I didn't think about it back then.
That reminds me of the little barrel drinks. You
Oh my
remember
God.
those?
The
What are
jugs.
The
The
Huggies.
jugs, the
Yes.
Huggies.
Huggies?
Yes.
Is that what they're called? Bro.
Yes.
Bro.
They would always put more grape in the pack.
Always. And I used to get so
Always.
pissed because
I'm
there
like,
was only like 2 red, and I
just
like the
give me
red
the
ones.
blue
or the
ones.
blue ones.
Yes.
Give me the blue ones and I'll be set. But
Also,
these
side note,
purple
can we
ones-
talk about flavors versus colors? Like, what flavor is the red one? Do you know?
It's red. That's
It's
the
red. It's
flavor.
red.
I don't know what
Blue
flavor it-
is the
what
flavor.
Just like Kool-Aid, we don't. it's
No,
not
you don't-
strawberry. It's
no.
not
Anybody
cherry.
that calls it by the flavor is absolutely a cop.
What?
Yeah, if you're not calling it by the color, you're a cop. I don't
You
care
know?
who you are. I don't care what race you are. You're a cop.
Can you imagine going to
And
like
I
a
know-
barbecue?
I know
and
what they're gonna
somebody's
say.
like,
They're
oh,
like,
the blue raspberry Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say like I know what you're
Excuse
talking
me?
about. No, people are gonna say, well, there's blue raspberry and then there's like
Yeah.
Arctic blue. No, there is
No,
light
it's-
blue and there's dark
and
blue.
dark
Nice try,
blue.
officer.
Yes, nice
That's
try.
Same with
exactly what it
Gatorade.
is.
Same with Gatorade.
Yes.
Like,
Blues,
I know
reds,
that's on the
yellows.
bottle, but
What
I'm still
flavor
gonna
you
call
want?
it
Yellow.
blue,
I want
red,
the yellow one.
Bring me the green one.
yellow, orange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you'll never go wrong. Even if it's not the one you wanted, it's still a good
It's
flavor.
still a good
It's still
flavor.
good.
It's
yeah.
flavor.
Like
That's so
you
true.
can either get like the strawberry watermelon or the fruit punch. I'm happy with either.
You know,
Just bring me
it's
red.
still
Just bring me
good.
red.
Yep.
It is what it is. All right.
And you gotta throw a bunch of sugar in there, by the way. You know,
In the Kool-Aid?
in
In the
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid,
I
yeah.
just had to put that out there. If you're,
yes.
I was like in Gatorade.
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
no,
Kool-Aid.
No,
Kool-Aid.
not the Gatorade. No, no.
Bro, there was.
Jeez.
All right.
That's funny.
That's good.
I think from that point we can move on to the next thing. Let's do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Oh, God.
These are basically I'm gonna give you an either or something that just requires a real quick answer. Don't think about it, just answer on instinct.
I'm
Okay.
a thinker.
Are we
ready?
going to answer at the same time?
I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me like
All right.
turn a little bit. Okay.
I'm nervous.
I'm ready. I'm scared.
And it's gonna sound like really stereotypically racist, but
Oh,
Dang
it. What it
that's
is.
awesome.
Tupac or Biggie?
Pac.
Biggie.
Ooh.
That.
I know more of his
We're gonna have
songs.
to take that to counseling, but
Ooh.
continue.
Ooh, premarital.
Yeah.
All right.
Yikes.
But hold on. I'm sorry. Okay, they're rapid. Go ahead. Sorry. That's
What were
just.
you finna say? Are you finna attack me?
No,
right
I'm
now?
not gonna attack you. No.
I'm only saying Biggie because I know more of his songs.
Okay.
Than
Fair enough.
Tupac.
Fair
Tupac's
enough.
cool. I ain't saying nothing wrong
All
with
right.
Tupac.
East
Yes.
Coast or West Coast in general?
Wes.
Wes, I guess.
See, I feel like we're on the same page because, like, out of the two, if it's Tupac versus Biggie, I'm a Biggie fan. But if it's East Coast or West Coast rap,
Yeah.
West Coast.
West Coast.
That's how I feel. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Pepsi. we had this. Hold on. We had this conversation literally before we started recording.
We're gonna run into a lot of issues with your marriage, aren't we?
We already have a lot of issues.
Well, let's just put it out there.
It's fine. Every day is therapy.
They're
We're
minor
great.
issues.
This
And
is
it's,
a
we argue over
serious
little
issue.
things like this.
Yeah,
Like this.
that's fine.
We just agreed that we're gonna have a colorful couch.
This is true.
We just agreed.
You
Yeah.
just agreed.
Yeah.
Just agreed.
Anyway,
Alright, fair
but
enough.
let me. I know these are rapid. I'm so sorry, but let me just say, Pepsi. I think they're both nasty. Dark soda is so bad. Like, just no.
Okay, what is it then? Sprite or Sierra Mist?
But Sprite.
Sprite.
All right, then you're a Coke fan.
Boom. Done.
Okay,
Next
moving
question.
on. Whatever.
I saved your marriage
Thank
right
you.
there. That's what it
Yes.
was. All right.
We can still go with the planning for the wedding, by the way.
Favorite black shows? Like these are specifically for black actors, black cast, black directors.
I have an unpopular opinion now.
Ooh,
One of my favorite black shows is The Cosby Show.
Oh, that's
And Bill Cosby, no,
I mean,
obviously,
after Cosby got canceled, like
no. But like growing up, that was a show
Okay.
that
I get it.
I
Before-
loved.
before
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Fresh Prince Martin. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Atlanta. All right, here for it. I'll follow
Mm-hmm.
up with that one later. Favorite black character, and that's across any show, specifically black shows or not.
A show?
Show, movie, doesn't matter.
Well,
Mm.
like the name of the character or the actor?
Yeah.
Name of the character.
Oof.
This is rapid.
Like-
Crap.
For instance, I love Gus from Psych. He's one of my
Mm.
favorites
Mm-hmm.
of all time. Winston from New Girl, the best.
I've never watched New Girl.
You
Don't
need
either.
to, first of all.
I have
You
not.
need to. That show is
Yeah.
phenomenal. The best line from that entire movie, or from that entire show, Winston found out he's colorblind. So in that episode, he's like, no, these shoes are brown, but they were green shoes. And Schmidt goes, Winston, if you think those shoes are brown, what color do you think you are?
Oh
Best line of that whole show.
no! I need to
so-
watch that.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I don't
give a
know. It's like
basic
all the black
answer.
people just erased from my brain as
No,
I'm trying to
I
think
have
of
a
black
lot, but I
people
just don't want
shows.
to name any basic
I don't know.
people. The character in On My Block.
Oh,
what is his name?
Dang. What's his name?
Jamal.
Jamal.
Is
That's a
one
good
of the
one.
best black characters ever because
Yeah,
he
he's a
reminds
good
me of
one.
myself. Yes,
That's a little conceited,
Yes.
but moving on.
he's
Yes.
awesome.
I don't know. I
He's
don't have
funny.
one. Skip.
That's fair.
Dang.
I have a lot, but skip.
Name one.
Favorite black foods. These are stereotypically black foods, obviously.
Beanies and weenies.
Beanie weenies?
Beanie
Really?
Weenies?
Mm-hmm. Or like mac and cheese and hot dogs with barbecue sauce. So good. Oh my god. But that's like childhood like stereotypical
No, I
black
get it.
food.
I get it.
Mhm.
I was craving that the other day. So yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Good.
man,
Watermelon,
no.
stereotypically, but I like it.
Yeah, we love
Chicken.
chicken, mac and cheese.
Yeah.
We love
Do you not like watermelon?
Basically, if you can get it at Popeyes.
yeah,
unpopular
it's
opinion.
Popeyes. Period. Just
Unpopular
Popeyes.
opinion.
You don't like watermelon?
Don't like watermelon that much.
I mean, it's
What
all
is-
right.
You know, like
I like it.
I don't
No,
think that's
I
unpopular.
love
but that's not
watermelon.
unpopular. Like it's just like
No, I think that's unpopular because stereotypically, like that's like the
Yeah,
black
yeah,
person
yeah,
fruit.
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
That's definitely intentional, and we can get into that in a later episode.
Yeah.
if you
Yes, we
guys
can.
like.
we can
but-
because
can.
hello, I know the history of that now, but we don't have to talk about that right now.
No, we
Black
don't.
excellence.
Black excellence. Let's
excellence.
focus on that.
Let's focus. Next question.
yes.
All right. This will get a little political, but Barack Obama. How y'all feel about him?
Love him.
Love him?
Love them.
Michelle Obama. Love
That was my
her.
next
Wow.
one. Michelle Obama.
I love her.
Yes.
Out of the two, who's your favorite? Barack
Michelle.
or Michelle?
Feminism.
Michelle.
Auntie.
I like Michelle.
I'm all about Michelle. I support it.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite black book?
The Christians are gonna come for me after this.
Let them.
Favorite black book. I'm not a reader.
I got your back if they do.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You read.
I don't read.
You read.
I don't have a favorite black book. I don't
Yeah.
read. I'm trying to read. That's actually my New Year's resolution.
Read
Is
more?
to
Read more.
is to just read something. Like
Read
just
something.
like one book.
Just a book.
Just a book.
We,
Not,
we've
I don't want to
bought
say like
at
read.
least two
I don't
or
want to
three
make
books
a.
together that we haven't.
Yes,
I
I've
think-
started
John.
it. I maybe got to like halfway of chapter 1 and I've forgotten
This is-
about them.
this
And
is
they're all on my
probably-
side desk. They're aesthetically pleasing, but I don't read them.
It's probably the worst house to do that in because this is Tim's house.
Yeah,
I think
know.
Tim's was
Tim's
read a
is-
book a month. Jess was like read a book a
Yes.
day.
A day.
Yeah,
As they're both like watching.
Good God.
Tisk. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't read. Sorry.
Don't read
Trying. I'm
Fair
trying
enough.
really hard.
fair enough. Okay. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Apple.
All day, every day.
Ew.
Okay. All right. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Okay, that was pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Disney Plus or Amazon?
Disney Plus.
We don't have Amazon, so yeah. But I feel like we would like Amazon if we had it. So I'm gonna say Amazon.
Get with me afterwards. I'll hook you guys up.
Cool.
Oh, thanks.
That's actually good.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Yeah. Nowadays,
Yes.
that's how it is. I
Yes.
used to be a massive DC fan, but
Yes.
they're just
Weren't
losing
they
my
all?
interest.
Mm-hmm.
They're losing my interest. Marvel is keeping up with the culture, and I'm all
Because
about
you're
it.
a millennial.
You are absolutely right. Speaking of which, would you rather be a millennial or a Gen Xer?
Ew. I thought you were gonna say Gen Z. I was gonna be like,
Nah,
well, I'm already
you're
a Gen
already
Z.
a Gen Z. You don't get
We
that
already know what
choice.
it's like, yeah.
Would you rather be a Gen
Millennial.
X or millennial?
Millennial. I feel like I beef a lot with Gen Xers.
Yeah, millennial.
That
Millennials I could vibe with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Majority of the
Okay.
time.
Gen X, you're like,
I'd be
all
like,
right.
I love some of them though. They're not
I
all
didn't, I
bad.
didn't say I hate them. I
I'm
just
just
say
saying
I
we just
beef
had to
a
make
lot.
that clear. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
Just
a lot
run
of
into a lot of
Yes.
problems.
controversy.
Controversy.
There's
Lot-
a
lot
lot
of
of
different opinions.
Yes.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I get it. The people I work with, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for rapid fire.
Cool.
So
I like that. That was
That's
fun.
pretty cool.
right? Not too bad. Not too bad. Let's do 2 more questions, and if you want to answer them, again, you don't have to. First, what is your favorite black stereotype? Like something that obviously isn't like
I got a lot.
harmful, but what's your favorite?
I'm always gonna be late.
Literally.
We're always late.
Bro, I was late today
we were.
both.
to this recording
Both
that
of us.
I set the timing for.
The
Both of
only
us.
reason I was on time today is because Tim let me cook food and I was hungry.
Yeah.
She said, I'm hungry. I'm going to show up early and get
Like-
some food.
It's a given
Yeah. I'm late to work every day.
every day.
Every
Same.
single day.
Actually, I'm supposed to be at work right now.
Stop.
Yeah.
No.
Whatever.
It is what it is.
I worked before I came here, and I'll go back to work in a minute. But
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
well,
Well,
yeah, CPT, that's a real thing, not just a stereotype.
mhm.
What else?
Down.
I think one of my favorites is that we all know each other,
Yes.
which is specific to how other cultures view black people. But globally, like it's absolutely true with my family in particular, because I'm Honduran, which is black Hispanic. And every time somebody's like, oh, you're Honduran, do you know this person? I get unnecessarily angry because not every Honduran knows that person. Not every Honduran knows each other. But also in my life, literally anytime somebody has asked that question, I have known that person. And it drives me insane that I have to be like, you
they're
know
right.
what? We don't always know each other. But yeah, I know Jake. He's a cool guy. I actually grew up with Danny. Like his dad is my dad's best friend. Like I know these people, and I'm so angry about it. But
Right.
but they're right. They're right. They're absolutely right. I was selling a security system to a guy that he moved in from some other military town. He moved here, bought a house. I sold him a security system. It just happened in conversation. I was like, oh, yeah, my family's Honduran. And he was like, oh, you're Honduran. My best friend is Honduran.
Bro.
His name is something. And
Yeah.
he was like, do you know him? And I was like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
That was the first time that I didn't know somebody. And then my dad called me. I was like, oh, this is my dad. Let me see if my dad knows him, though. Just like trying to prove him wrong.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, yeah, I know him. He's actually our town's mayor.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, are you kidding me right now?
I feel like that's how it is with Jamaicans too. Like,
Bruh.
oh,
Jamaicans, and like you see a
Yes.
flag and you're like, yep, I know you.
yeah, like literally.
Same with
But the other
Hondurans.
thing is like my mom actually does know every I feel like
Yeah.
every Jamaican in
My
Killeen.
dad does too with any
So
Hondurans
crazy.
and Killeen. That's actually how my dad and my one of my best friends, Danny, his dad are best friends.
Yeah.
That's how they met. He was driving around and he saw a Honduran flag, and my dad just like pulled up next to him at the gas station. Was like, "Hey, where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Tela." And he's like, "Oh, Tela, I'm from San Pedro Sula."
Yeah.
And they just started talking, became best friends, and now I have a lifelong Theo. He's my
That's
Theo
cool.
Carlos.
Yep.
Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So that's
That's so real.
fun.
That's like when
That's funny.
restaurants open, they're like, oh, yeah, go to this spot because they got the discounts. We know them. Like,
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yes.
It's like there's a new restaurant. I'm like, it just opened 3 days ago.
How do you have it?
How do you
How do you
how
do
do you know their names?
Yeah.
Like,
And you know their whole life story.
They
You
know
know their
their whole
family.
life,
You're invited to
yeah.
Christmas.
boom.
If their kid is having a
Yeah.
wedding, you are invited.
Yep.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm
true.
all
This
about
is
it.
true. Okay, Chris, here's a question for you. Rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
What
Switch it
is
up.
something Black people always say after they eat dinner?
My favorite is, whoo, just that high pitch.
Just the noises.
Yeah. The noises.
Anyways, so long story short, we saw this TikTok. Well, no, it all started when my friend Destiny asked me. She was like, "What do Black people say after they eat dinner?" And then she sent me this TikTok of this guy eating spaghetti, and you know how they make all the smacking noises and stuff. He did that, and he was just chilling,
The
and he sat back,
ASMR.
and it was like, "I need something sweet," and I was like, "Bro, I
That
didn't
is
realize
so
that."
Yeah.
But
Accurate.
Oh,
everybody
man.
says that.
Yeah.
Literally, they're just like, "Bro, I need something sweet now.
Yeah, I need some sugar.
I need
Yeah.
some sugar. I need something sweet." That's what they do.
Opens the
And
fridge to go
so-
get the Kool-Aid.
Yeah,
That's right.
And so Jordan and I, it's not funny anymore because we laughed
Or
about it
pie.
literally all night yesterday.
Somebody's
or
some
pie,
auntie made some
pie.
cake.
some brownies or something. There's always
brownies.
something, and it's
Yep.
like I need something sweet
Cookies.
now.
Some lemon cake.
Oh
That-
my
Ooh.
The
yes.
plastic container you get from Walmart with
Yes.
the two little like
Mm-hmm.
button popping things that always makes that like hella loud noise.
Yep.
It wakes up the whole house.
Yep.
And it comes in like these tiny little sliced bread looking
Yes.
lemon cake.
Go.
Yeah.
They are
All about
goated.
it.
There you go.
All right.
So that's it.
Yes.
We're
All
done
right,
now.
guys. Well, I think this interview has gone a little long.
Yeah.
We'll probably edit out a whole bunch of stuff and
Boo.
we'll put the full version on our Patreon or something. We don't have
Yes.
Patreon. We'll make a Patreon. We'll put the
Make
full
one,
version
yeah.
on it. Thank you guys for coming in to
Oh, yeah.
just talk about the culture, talk
Yes.
about your
You're welcome.
experiences,
You're welcome.
Yeah.
talk about Black excellence.
Yes.
We're going to link your social medias in our podcast.
Cool.
Real quick, what are your social medias? What do y'all got?
Go.
At Tiera.Nickel, and Nickel is spelled Niquelle. Tiera Nickel.
Mine just changed. I had to look at it for a second. Mine is jordan.crtv.
All right.
Creative.
So go check
Yes,
out their social medias, their TikToks, whatever you want to do, and give them some love.
Cool.
All right. Thanks for coming,
Thanks.
guys.
Thanks for having us.
Love y'all.
All right, everybody, we are back.
Yes, we are.
Back.
I feel like I'm really gonna have fun with this interview. We haven't recorded it yet,
Yeah.
but so you guys behind the scenes, more info. I just went over some of the topics of conversation we're gonna have with our special guests, and I think it's gonna be a pretty good.
I'm really
conversation.
excited,
Yeah.
man.
It's probably gonna go really long, truthfully.
That's
Bet.
okay.
I mean, you guys can tell me since y'all are listening to it.
Yeah.
With the thing. Did it go long? I don't know. We'll find out.
Too long, too short, you know.
It's never too short. But anyway, it's Black History Month, baby.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh,
That's what I'm
man.
saying, though. It's like if it was too short. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, now you got it. Took you a second.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a penis joke.
It's so funny that you say that because one of my favorite podcasts is Fake Doctors Real Friends with Donald Faison and Zach Braff.
Yeah.
And they're Harley, Gen Z. They're on this show called Scrubs,
Oh, yeah.
and they're real best friends. And anyways, they joke all the time about like
Is that the two lead dudes?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So Donald is the black man, and Zach is the white guy, and they always joke around. Zach always jokes around with Donald, like, "Yeah, you and your big, huge black penis," and he's always lusting over him, but like in the most comedic way possible.
Yes.
But anyways,
I love that.
weird. All right,
You
whatever.
say that's weird?
It is
you
weird.
you introduced this.
Yeah, as like a slight like joke.
Chris,
That was like a full on.
You don't kiss
discussion.
the homies. Good night.
No, I don't kiss the homies goodnight. My homies are never close enough. They don't love me enough.
Tim.
Like, it's not gay to kiss the homies goodnight.
No.
As long as you have socks on, or whatever the kids say.
You're the kid here. You would tell us
I'm not a kid.
more than us.
I don't understand
true.
this reference.
It's like
It's
a
not gay
Gen
if you
Z
have
thing.
socks on, or it's only gay if your toes touch or something like that. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. And then whatever. All right.
So, anyways,
Moving on.
moving on. All right, guys, we're going on with some fan questions. So this is part of the show where we answer your questions.
Did I do that right?
You did it perfectly. That was great.
That's good.
I've been doing so good, guys.
So this, we also want to remind you, this is probably the last time that we remind you that we're going to say it all the time because
We're not going to
yeah.
stop reminding you.
You don't get a choice.
I can't stop.
But we have it's not so new anymore, but we have an Always More hotline. And so if you would like to leave us a voicemail, you can. So you can leave us a voicemail question at 254-218-4042.
Once again, that is 254-218-4042.
Yes. All right. So starting off, Tiera asked us a question. And Harley, no, she submitted on Instagram.
On
That's right.
Instagram.
That's right.
Was that before or after we asked them to be part of this?
I think it was after.
That's why I thought. Anyways,
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So she asked, "What are your favorite small Black-owned businesses?" Great question.
Yeah. I mean, you could still ask them.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah.
What are theirs? Because they're not
Yeah.
here to answer them
Correct.
Yeah.
now. But what are y'all's? Being the whiteys of the group. I say as a half white person myself. Quarter white.
Quarter. Yeah.
You are still black, Chris. You are still black. I guess I'll go. So there's a few that overlapped, and so there's some that I know that Harley and Chris are going to mention. But Crab Kings, it's a food truck that is usually parked over on Fort Hood Street. No, not Fort Hood Street. What is it? Oh, no, it's not Tremere. You have W.S. Young, Tremere. What's the one after that?
Stanch
Fort
Luger.
Hood Street.
It is Fort Hood Street. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's parked on Fort Hood Street with all the other food trucks. But anyways, I've been there a few times, and it always smells good. And we just checked before the show. But yes, they are Black-owned, and I highly recommend it.
I live in
yeah.
Temple, and they also have a food truck in Temple. So
Oh,
if you're
wow.
closer to that area, they've got a couple of them.
Yeah.
There's also one in Georgetown, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Yeah.
They've got a few locations.
Isn't there an actual restaurant?
I think that one might be the Georgetown one. I don't know.
I think that's probably correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
I do nice.
Harley, do you want to go next because we share this next one?
Yes. So the next one is our friend Jordan.
Jordan.
Who is actually on here. Actually.
You guys just heard
probably
him.
just heard him.
Just heard his voice.
So he has a whole, I think it's just Instagram and TikTok. It's Jordan CRTV.
YouTube.
And YouTube?
I think so.
He's got all the social medias. Great videographer, quality content, photography, all of the above. So good.
Yeah.
Love him. Yeah.
Go check him out.
Yes.
All right.
You want to go, Chris?
I mean, are we just doing like one per
Yeah.
person and we'll cycle through again?
Yeah, why
a couple
not?
times? Okay, yeah, sure. I get my haircut at Barber's Inc., which is a Black-owned barbershop. I always have a good time going in there, getting my haircut, get my fade done. So, it is what it is.
Nice.
Obviously, I haven't had a haircut in a minute. I'm supposed to schedule one this week. I'll probably get it cut before the interview, truthfully, before we actually record the interview. So we'll see how that goes. But Barber's Inc.,
Whoop, whoop.
Cool.
we have 2 locations, one in Heights and one in Killeen.
Good to know. My next and last one is our good friend of the pod, Robert Edwards. He is a creative. He does a lot of social media work, a lot of websites, and he's also, if I remember correctly, he doesn't. I don't think this is actually his part of his business, but he does photography, and he's just a good creator. And so, what we should do, what we'll do, I think we'll put in our show notes all these different Black.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
A nice little clickable, linkable
Yeah.
thing of Black-owned businesses.
Right.
That'd be a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Very
our
good.
friend Jordan,
Yeah.
Robert Edwards, please check him out because he's a good friend of ours and he has quality things.
She was
So
also on the podcast a while back.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, my turn.
Harley?
So my next person is D-Mac Customs. He does a lot of shoe painting and things of that nature. I forget what the actual term is called, but he's done stuff for Baylor University. He goes there. He's painted some basketballs for the, I think it was women's basketball game. Even Baylor, Baylor hired him to do that.
That's awesome.
Actually, impeccable. Quality work. I don't think I've seen a single bad thing on his
Shoe
Instagram.
customizations.
Yes,
That's cool.
Thank you. That's the word. Shoe customizations. It's literally in his name. Oh my God, brain. Yeah, D-Max Customs on Instagram.
I actually will probably end up checking him out pretty soon.
Are you
Oh,
getting
he's
into
wonderful.
sneakers?
So it's a new thing that I want to start looking at, but
Yeah.
having a 2-year-old, it's hard to justify since it's not something that I'm used to spending money on.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's hard to justify like wanting to spend money
So I was
on it.
curious. Like,
Ask
man,
Jordan.
it's
I'm like
expensive.
starting to look into. I'm like, all right, these are pretty cool. Like I could get into this. Like,
Yeah.
Ask Jordan.
I don't know.
Jordan knows all about shoes.
oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've been
And Tiera.
I've
Tiera
been
knows a lot
following
too.
his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that's something that I actually get into, but I think it would be cool to have at least one pair of custom shoes.
Mm,
So I might check out DMAC.
Yes.
cool. Chris?
My next one is actually another photography person, Christiana Vega Photography. I went to church with her for a really long time. Grew up together.
I know
She
her.
was- she is Daniel Vega's wife.
Yes. Yes.
You know
yes.
Daniel Vega
Yep.
pretty well. So his wife, she's also half black like myself, but she has her own photography business. She's done some glamour shots. She's done different things for a lot of people that I know. One of my favorite photo shoots of Janelle she did for us. Obviously paid her because she owns a business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever need photography, she's definitely a good one to check out. She's done a lot of really cool stuff with her photography business.
I love photography.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Should we mention, before I let you continue, Harley, because I don't have any more, but Tiera, she technically has her own
She
startup
does.
now?
I don't know if she has does she have a page for it?
See, that's what I'm wondering. That's something we'll ask her for the interview
Yeah.
because I believe, because I know she wanted to start up something, but I didn't
She
know.
does photography. She absolutely
Right.
does.
I didn't know if it was like in conjecture or with Jordan or if it was her own separate thing. That's what I
think
was.
it's both.
Okay.
But yeah, definitely.
Well, Tiera.
I'm sure this
Cheers, my
will be
recommendation.
clarified before we even get to
Basically, what you guys need to know is if you need a photographer, we got you.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of them.
We know a few of them.
And they're very good.
Yeah.
Very,
Sorry
very
to interrupt, Harley.
No,
please.
absolutely valid. My next person is T's Hot Pot. I actually kind of went to like middle school, high school with her. She was older than me, but she does cooking stuff and like delivery things, and she does like birthday cakes, cupcakes, like just food. Her banana pudding, I think, was something that was really popular when she first got started. She's incredible. She's military. She's actually moving to Alaska soon.
Oh, wow.
I don't know when, but right now she is located in military, probably.
Oh, okay.
She's located
Sorry,
in Central
just-
Texas.
Sorry for all you Alaskans out there. Just, it is what it is.
Why? Yeah, I love her work. I love seeing it on my Instagram feed. It's always so cute and looks delicious.
Nice.
I have lots of these.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your next one?
My next one would probably be Bobby B's Soul Food Kitchen.
Mm.
I don't know if I'm like you both have had Bobby B's.
Yeah.
If you have not had Bobby B's, it's in Killeen. You need to go eat at Bobby B's.
So good.
My wife cannot eat basically anything on the menu, which is a massive bummer for her because she loves soul food, but she's gluten intolerant and they put wheat in everything. But it is so good. Oh my God. Like I can't even begin to describe to you how good the food is. I've not had one thing on that menu that I didn't like.
Yeah.
As you should.
Yeah. I don't go there a whole lot, but I've been at quite a few times like in my life and
I
top
think
tier.
I've only been there once, and it was.
I'll go back.
Go
Go
back.
back. Oh my God, it's so good. Go back.
We should have like a live event there.
Ooh.
We need
We can
way
interview 'em.
more followers.
It's true.
We only have 177 followers.
We keep hating on that guy. All right, moving on. Harley.
So my next one is called Mood Global. So it's actually not Texas based at all. It's in Japan. She is a California YouTuber who lives in Japan, and she has an online business where she creates like Japanese themed clothing items, more like a screen printing kind of stuff. I love the way it looks. I've been meaning to order, but she just recently, I think, reopened to shipping to the US or something like that. But yeah, great quality. And it's so cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. She has one of like, what is it? Mount Fuji? Is that in Japan?
Yeah.
Brain? Yeah. Really good.
Or is it
Fiji?
Easy.
Fiji?
Fuji? Mount Fuji.
I think it's Fuji.
It is Mount Fuji. I just don't know what Fiji is.
Isn't that an island?
I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right.
A bunch of islands. But
You're
I don't
correct.
know
Fiji is
where.
the island.
Fuji is
Fuji
the
is-
Fuji
mountain.
is the mountain.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
It's weird, but I'll dig it.
And Harley, I believe you have the last one.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my last person is Makeup by Des. Destiny Carr. I went to middle school, high school with her. She does incredible makeup. She's located in Denton, Texas, right now. But I think she travels for her work. She does a lot of weddings. She does like proms. She does like quinceañeras. She does like just really any event that you need your makeup done for. She will do it, and it's phenomenal. So those are my
Fascinating.
people.
Any event that I need my makeup done for, I'll call her.
Absolutely. And you'll look great. Oh my God, you look like a baddie.
I'm sure I would.
Yes, as you should.
I don't know if you've ever tried that woman filter or the gender swap filter,
Yeah.
but I
On
look good.
TikTok,
I look sexy.
I look
Yeah,
like my
you do.
brother.
I'd holler at me.
Look like your brother. Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
I'm not a fan.
All right. Well, hey, that was great.
It was
I'm
good.
glad to. We'll definitely, again, guys, we'll put in our show notes. We'll put in all these links
Yes.
for all these other small black-owned businesses, and any that we find in between now and then
Yeah.
the release. We'll definitely include some in there because I'm sure there's more locally that we definitely would want to include.
For
so,
sure.
moving on though, we have one more question. Lanaya asked,
Jesus.
and this is a question. Chris, I know you probably have a hot answer for this.
Oh, yeah.
I do, and I've gone into like the study of it.
Oh no.
She asked, would dating/being with a vampire be considered necrophilia? Now, Chris, I would like you to first answer seriously and describe your thoughts about this, because I know for whatever odd reason that you probably have a very bizarre answer to this.
It's not as bizarre as you would think. It's very scientific.
Go
Yes. I think that
And by the way,
Dating-
Chris is like, I don't know why I think of Chris when I think about this question so much, but he is like the expert when it comes to these really like backwoods
no,
like random
absolutely.
questions
Because-
about vampires, zombies, anything like that. Chris, I just view as the expert for whatever reason. And I guess for good reason, because you've like always like loved to look into these kind of random things.
Yep.
I'm gonna mention something that actually pertains to that, because Lanaya was like, it gives you something to ponder about, blah, 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 because she mentioned how they don't have blood flow, so she mentioned having intercourse with them kind of thing. And she was like, you don't have to mention that because I know it's weird. And I was like, I'm
No, we're
sure.
absolutely going to mention that.
And
we're
I'm like,
mentioning it now.
I told her, I was like, I'm sure Chris will probably bring it up. He knows very random things.
That
So-
can't be scientific accurate though. How would they like move around and stuff? There has to be. That's how muscles work.
But if they're dead, why do they have blood flow?
Then they shouldn't be able to move.
That's what the vampires aren't real, Tim.
Okay, but look in the fantasy setting, where
Excuse you.
Oh, brother.
Vampires are absolutely real.
Were you one of those kids?
I'm still one of those people.
Chris, give your explanation first,
All
and
right,
then we'll
so
argue.
technically, yes, dating a vampire is necrophilia.
Okay.
All right, and here's why. The definition of necrophilia is sexual intercourse with or attraction towards corpses. If you look up the definition of corpse, a dead body, especially of human being rather than an animal. If you look up vampire, a vampire is a creature from folklore that subsists by feeding on vital essence of living. In European folklore, vampires are undead creatures.
Huh.
And then if you look up the word undead, it says technically dead, but still animate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a corpse is, or an undead creature is a corpse.
Yeah.
If you are attracted to a corpse, that
That's
is necrophilia.
necrophilia.
So technically speaking, yes, it is
Interesting.
necrophilia.
Can you go into the whole blood thing? Do you know anything about that?
Before I go into that, I do also just want to point out that I'm going to open this link. I didn't want to.
no.
I didn't
Oh,
want
no.
to, but I'm going to.
Why are you? Oh,
What is the title of the link?
no, don't say that on the pod. I don't want to get
No,
censored.
I'm going to. I'm going to. In what states is necrophilia legal?
Oh
And now
4
we're
states.
Here.
no, no.
4 states listed here.
Oh please, no.
Arizona, Georgia, Hawaii, and Rhode Island. So not the 4 you would think.
That is so random.
Arizona?
Again,
Rhode Island. Well,
I'm
They're
let's
weird.
see.
We're not going to talk about it.
Oh.
It's not even a state.
Rhode
Anyways,
Island's
I'm gonna add this link to the notes because I haven't read the whole link. I was scared to open it. It's too
No,
late.
we should not. Please don't Google this, guys.
You don't have
if you
to
want
Google
to,
it. The link is
this
right
is
here.
the Always More podcast. Okay, deeper understanding is what we're doing right now.
This is definitely some deeper understanding.
God,
Um,
this episode's going so
wow, this link has a lot of like legal case studies, like Ochoa Newman Jones 97, Folk Hall
That's recent.
2003.
I don't like this, guys.
Oh wow, these get weird. 2006.
Alrighty.
Hawaii
Anyways,
statute, abuse of a corpse.
Okay, so here's my thing. If the vampires are moving, whether it's magical or whatever, why do some muscles work but others wouldn't?
ask a zombie.
Huh?
Zombies, they still know how to function. Especially more like modern like versions of zombies. Like they can move. They can do all the things that like
Right. What's your point?
but they're not alive.
I'm not saying they're alive. I'm saying whether or not they can do the deed.
Oh.
Dance puppets.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
so-
especially vampires, because they're conscious. Like, at least they can make the conscious decision to go, hey, yes, I want to have intercourse right now. I mean, obviously, you've seen Twilight, so you know a
I
little
mean,
bit.
in my opinion, like physically, it doesn't make sense because like you would have the muscles to control a penis technically, but the blood flow you need for an erection
It's not there.
is not there
Why isn't it?
because the blood doesn't flow.
Okay, what I'm saying is, by that logic,
But-
then they shouldn't be able to move at all.
However,
But they do. They're
Exactly.
animated creatures.
hear me out though.
Tim.
Hear me out though.
Okay, go.
So like the cordyceps bacteria that affects ants kills them,
Yep.
but it uses their brains to move their body using electrical impulses. That's really all you would need.
Yes, but they still
Just
have
like
blood and
twitching.
everything in there.
So technically, they should just be like jerking instead of like fluidly moving.
Yes.
But I don't know. It's weird.
But they still move.
Okay.
The point here's my point though. All of that being said,
Man.
Harley?
all of that being said, they could bottom.
Oh my God.
Look,
Anyways.
you're right.
Any
but
vampire
my
could bottom.
point is, however it's happening, because their other muscles move, that muscle must move too. Am I wrong? If a muscle moves, a muscle moves. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't.
I think the
can't
real
argue
point.
with
I
that.
can't
the
tell you
real
how.
point is
I'm just telling you,
this
if a
is
muscle moves,
definitely
a muscle
necrophilia.
moves.
It is definitely necrophilia. That's all that matters.
How did we get here?
Lanaya.
Lanaya asked a weird question, and Lanaya got a weird answer. Guys,
Oh,
we will
man.
answer any question you ask us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh, we should have given a. I guess we'll have to make this explicit episode again.
It's not that explicit.
They're all explicit.
We're adults
Lately.
here.
It's a good question, Lanaya. Thank you for that random. And guys, please send us random questions,
Send
weird
us
questions, dumb questions, fun questions, legal questions that we can't legally answer. I
Oh.
don't know.
Didn't Hazer send us a question recently?
All right, what's the question?
So Hazer also asked, "You're a burglar, but you only steal things to slightly inconvenience your victims.
Now I remember.
What are you stealing?"
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you only steal like one thing or multiple things?
No, like one thing you can steal to slightly inconvenience.
Here's the question. Do you know it's been stolen before you notice it? Because my first thought is like toilet paper.
It's not like a super inconvenience unless
Mine
you
is-
steal all of the toilet paper from the
That's
house.
what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
you
Wait.
steal all of it.
So are we doing like minor inconvenience?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like stealing somebody's medicine.
The matching pair to everybody's the sock. All of their socks. I'm stealing the
Joke's
matching
on
pair.
you. I don't match anyways.
Jokes
But
on
even
you,
then-
I only have white socks.
Oh.
I can match one from another set. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Well, dang. Let me think. My other thought immediately was silverware for some reason.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know why.
Just
Like
take all the silverware?
Not
Just-
even all the silverware.
like, just
the
leave one.
spoons.
Just spoons.
Just the spoons.
No
No,
more-
soup for you. No soup for you.
No more chewing on spoons for Chris.
Oh,
There you go. I'll chew on forks. Doesn't matter.
I just feel like
think-
if you take all but two,
I think
that would be inconvenient.
I would take
Just leave a pair of knives.
the ending of all wires. So like
Ooh.
like your power cable.
That's not a small thing. That's a big thing.
Is it?
Yeah, dude.
Internet?
That's a minor inconvenience. You don't need internet to live. Like
No.
medicine is one thing, but
sometimes you do
Electrical? Why are you talking about just like,
in this day and age.
yeah.
yeah, like if you have an HDMI cable, I'm taking the part that plugs into the TV and leaving the rest of the cable.
Dude, what a dick.
I'm a thief that steals things to inconvenience you. That's not on me.
I'm taking TV remotes as well.
Oh, TV remotes.
Yeah,
Hand
that's a
them
good
over.
one. Oh, that
All
would
light
annoy me.
bulbs. I would take all light bulbs.
No, take all but one.
No. You take all the light bulbs. And I don't just mean like the ceiling lights, like the bulbs inside the TV. Like any LED
This is not
light
minor
strips.
inconveniences.
Those are definitely minor inconveniences. Daylight comes, you can see. At nighttime, that's when it becomes an issue. You still got your phone, use a flashlight. Or
oh my
Candles.
or just go to the store and buy some
That
new
is
light
not
bulbs.
a minor inconvenience. A minor inconvenience.
I
would
feel like any minor inconvenience to Gen Z is a major inconvenience to Gen Z.
Wow.
no.
What
Yeah.
a
I'm coming at it from the boomer standpoint. You Gen Zers and your minor
You're telling
inconveniences.
me that you would steal every single light bulb
Yes.
in a home, as well as the lights from like lamps, TVs,
Yes.
everything.
Wait, are you saying that is not an inconvenience, or are you saying that's too
That's
big?
a major inconvenience.
Ah.
Yeah, like that's not minor.
I think that's minor.
No, dude.
I think it's minor too, actually, now that I think about it.
What?
Because
Read a book.
Look, with wires and stuff, I get it because you have electrical fires, you have like you can't have your fridge on, whatever. But when it comes to lamps, yeah, you can't see anything, but like
Just go buy a
You
new light
can't
bulb.
see.
but you
People
have
don't have money like that.
But you have
can't
candles.
see anything at
No,
night.
a minor inconvenience would be to take the light bulb out of the refrigerator. That's it.
That's a good one.
That's
That's
a minor inconvenience.
I am taking the light bulb out of the refrigerator. I'm taking all of
That's
them.
the only one. Another minor inconvenience would be to take like maybe 2 blinds out of a set of blinds. You know how inconvenient that is? Are you going to really want to go and buy a whole new set of blinds
Oh, that's
because
the
2 are
worst.
missing?
I would.
Minor inconvenience. Minor. Hear me? Minor.
Fine. I'll take half of the light bulbs in the house.
Oh my God. Like this chandelier above us. If you took
I would
2
take
of them?
all of these lights
No.
and leave those over there.
That's not inconvenient to me though. Like it's I mean, sort of, but
It's minorly inconvenient. That's what she's saying.
Wait, the,
It has to
the
be
spectrum
minor.
is too weird here because that is too minor to me. Like that is not like it's like oh okay, just I'll go over there and put it over here. Until I go to the store again. It's not that big of a deal. But
That's one of
with
those
Chris-
things like you tell years later, you know what's weird? One time I just didn't have light bulbs. I don't know where they went.
I think another minor inconvenience would be instead of having all of your regular length cords, you replace them with shorter cords.
oh, that would suck.
Minor
oh, that's a-
inconvenience.
But I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
replacing things. I'm just stealing things.
You're stealing the longer ones.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's a good
Chris, what are you
But I'm not
grasping?
giving them anything in return. I'm just taking things.
one. She didn't say returning. She just said just take the long ones.
She said replace them with shorter
Oh,
ones.
I did, but,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
just
not
leave-
replacing anything. I'm just taking the long ones.
Wait. I have a better solution to your light bulb one. So you come in, you steal all the light bulbs, but you only leave black light light bulbs.
I don't think I want that. If I'm robbing somebody I don't know, I don't want to know
It's just
anything that black light would reveal.
It's bright enough to
Oh.
see,
But you're not
it's not
turning it
bright enough
on?
to really illuminate a lot.
I'm not giving them anything. You misunderstand. I'm a thief at this point. I'm not trying to give people things. I'm taking everything for myself.
It's supposed to
I
be a
need these
minor
light bulbs.
inconvenience. Another one would probably be like,
The ends of any piercings.
oh,
Ooh.
that's a minor
Like your
inconvenience.
nose piercings, I would take the little thing on the inside.
There's nothing
part.
on the inside.
Okay, well, whatever.
But the
then.
backs of my earrings.
There you go. The backs
Yeah.
of your earrings, or
That would be an inconvenience.
if anybody has like dermals, like that little piece that's on the inside, while you're asleep, I would sneak in and.
That takes way more effort than I think you.
No, I know exactly how much effort it takes, and I would still do it.
Oh my god.
It's worth it.
Don't ask how he knows.
Well,
I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
do it again.
All right, guys, that is the end of our show. Any final thoughts about today's episode? I know, obviously, we haven't listened to the interview yet, but
We haven't recorded the interview yet.
correct. So
This
any
is gonna
final,
be so funny when we like finish and we're listening back. We're like, you dumbasses.
Like
You
us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
we're gonna be like,
Should have recorded it first.
you gotta have recorded it first.
So any final thoughts, Chris? I would like you to take this because it
I
is-
think since it is Black History Month, I think it's really important that Black stories get told and listened to. They don't always have to be the historical stories of like Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner, although those are some of the best stories out there. Just listening to living Black people's experience, their stories, their joys in life, all of that can be really powerful, and it's important to do that.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that do Black History Month always dive into the history of it because that's what it's for. But one of my favorite things about Black History Month is seeing like where we started and then where we're going. So I think that's important.
If you don't mind, I'd like to comment on that only because what most people don't realize or just don't pay attention to is a lot of this history is not as old as we think it is.
Yeah.
The people that who was the
Ruby Bridges.
Yeah, she's
62.
barely retirement age.
Yeah,
67, I think.
62. It was our grandparents.
I'm gonna Google it.
It was our grandparents who were there, not ours particularly, but it was our
My dad
grandparents'
is that
age.
age.
Yeah, and parents too, who were there, not just there, but some of them were protesting that kind of stuff. And I say that because we there's a side of
She's
the
67.
culture.
Damn.
How old?
67.
Yeah.
60.
There's a side
She's
of
2
American
years
culture.
over retirement age.
It's incredible. There's a side of American culture that they depict all these things as ancient history.
Yeah, there was a thing, I read an article that they intentionally put pictures of the civil rights movement in black and white, but that, like, color cameras are
60s.
out then.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
very much
wasn't
so.
that long ago. It just, they do that on purpose to distance white culture now from white culture then.
Right.
But they're, like, these people are still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that threw rocks at a 6-year-old little girl for trying to go to school are still alive and making laws. Like, I read a thing, or I watched an article, or a TikTok. That's what I'm looking for. I watched a TikTok and then subsequently read the article that it was referencing about the reality of the Ruby Bridges case, because people see the picture of her just standing on the steps. Like, those are 4 federal agents they had to bring in to escort a 6-year-old girl into her classroom. But nobody ever talks about it beyond that. They're just like, oh, you know, she was a hero for being the first black girl. Her parents made her food every day. They made her lunch because they were scared someone was going to poison her lunch. She couldn't eat the school lunch. People pulled their kids. 500 white students were pulled out of that school because she was allowed to go to that school. She was the only kid in her class. She ate lunch alone. She learned her lessons alone. She did recess alone. There was only one teacher at that school who would agree to teach her. And it was literally just that teacher and Ruby. That's it. And nobody talks about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But we have come a long way because of people like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to see where we're going in the future.
Amen.
I agree.
That's great. Let's leave it there because
Yeah.
man, I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling empowered to go burn some buildings or something.
There's some people I would fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to close out, thank you, Jordan and Tiera, for joining us for the conversation today. Thank you, Chris, for sharing your stories and for sharing your perspectives, and we're really grateful for that. You guys ready to close this thing?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. Thank you all again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Always More Pod. Like, share, comment, and rate wherever you listen or watch. And you can also find us individually at
Instagram, I am Captain_CT Ford. On TikTok, I am Christopher.Lionheart.
and Harley.
I am Harley on Instagram and HarleyBean.co on TikTok.
Nice. And then you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Timothy Lichty and on TikTok at Tim Lichty, Liechty. And thank you again for listening and for being a part of the conversation. And remember, there's always more than this. Bye, everybody.
Peace out, homies.
Thank you for listening to the Always More podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe, share, like, and rate on whatever your platform of preference is. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Always More Pod. If you'd like to submit a question, you can ask us on any of our social media platforms, or you can leave us a voicemail at 254-218-4042. If you'd like to feed into our caffeine addiction as well as support the podcast financially, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/alwaysmorepod. For further information and to contact us, you can email us at alwaysmorepodcast@gmail.com.